Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sorry, I'm just quickly eating some breakfast. We'll get into the VOD here soon. I guess we can just kind of start watching the lead up to the game.
The Jet Yoro on Sunset, we just haven't really seen that combination, and they ran with it all the way to their victory. So it's going to be interesting. It's hard to even pick out just one player here to keep your eyes on because all of them look solid. But there you go, rookies against the big brothers, the OGs. I mean, just purely based on experience in the scene, DRX absolutely gaps them. But can SLT overcome it as they did at Ascension? That's the big question.
Just wait and see. Honestly, I should just peruse back through all the match data and see, how many times Mako actually clashed against some of these, long-standing players from SLT
them,
with, Cinder, Zuna, etc. That have been competing back in the time where Mako was on the, the upcoming when he was getting picked up by Vision Strikers.
Yeah, the Bobo days.
When he was Bobo.
Yeah, way back when. But, I mean, notably so, 11 international.
That's on SLT playstyle.
Alone, and you can talk about how DRX has changed over the course of the years as well. But even the current,
I mean, I only really watched them at Ascension.
Their rounds around the international stage, they are now considered veterans within the VCT scene already, or at least entering.
They kind of remind me of Paper X a little bit.
It's gonna be a big difference.
They just like they just all show up to fights, and they just fight together a lot, and have like a lot of individual firepower.
Kickoff, and we'll see if SLT has the same hard lessons.
Yeah, I mean,
so I don't know. We'll have to kind of see how SLT's playstyle translates to Tier 1.
Players would have considered, at some point to be, kind of their heroes, watching, from home, cheering them on. That's a huge opportunity and one that they will have, in the future now that they're actually in VCT Pacific. But to clash, formally for the first time here on the SVL stage, they could just come out playing with house money and just go crazy, go buck wild, and making their way out onto this stage for the first of many times.
Exactly.
Is Envy over Patman good?
It's not just because they want to essentially.
I mean, in theory, it's an upgrade skill-wise. I think it's pretty clear that Envy is one of the best players in Pacific individually. Like, he's had incredibly good stats. I mean, maybe that means that he's baiting for stats a bit, but he's had incredibly good stats even while losing, which means that he has to be good. And also, if you just watch him play, you know he's good. The one thing I will say is that I don't really think Paper X needed more firepower. I feel like they kind of out-aim everybody a lot of the time. And so you kind of just have to think about, like, what did Patman bring to them that allowed them to level up? Because, I mean, arguably, Mindfreak probably was a better shooter than Patman. So they kind of, like, downgraded their firepower to bring in Patman a little bit. But what Patman brought them is that he kind of forced them to play more set roles. I think he kind of, like, him taking over the initiator role primarily forced them to kind of put Forsaken on a more defined, like, smokes role on a lot of maps. And kind of push them in a direction meta-wise that I think was really good for the team. So I think Patman gave them a big benefit by doing that, and then also it was pretty obvious that he was like a good-natured guy. Like, he brought good vibes to the team. So maybe that helped them in some of the stressful moments on stage. Now, role-wise, Envy should do the same thing. Like, they should still be able to play Forsaken on, like, the Omen and stuff like that. And Envy will just play the Initiators. So the real question is just, like, how does Envy fit with the team culture? Is, like, the only question. Because on paper, he seems to kind of just be, like, a bit of a direct upgrade to Patman. But then you never really know how, like, the intangibles matter. But I feel like Paper X should be good. I don't think it's going to be one of those sort of, like, hey, we're gambling on a super team type of things, like Vitality last year. We'll just kind of have to see whether the added firepower matters. I would assume that they'll probably be as good as they were last year, basically. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would assume that they'll be like as good as last year, maybe a little bit better individually skill-wise, but it's going to be hard for them to sort of top what they did last year, obviously winning a tournament and then having good placements. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's definitely interesting. It's definitely interesting. So we'll kind of have to just
how they did it, the
monitor the team.
Showed. I mean, people used to joke about the old SP.
So this team is interesting.
Squad being kind of paper X
I only scrimmed them a couple times last year.
Different beast. I mean,
and I mean, they're definitely skilled. I don't really have a good read on them as a team because I didn't really play them very much. I don't think they even had the same roster when we initially played them.
This is one of the things that they're going to develop with experience as time goes on, is that when you're
Who's the SLT coach, by the way?
It's going to be inverted. So when you want to say that you're going to 2-0 somebody, you got to do it with the right hand, and then the 0 is the left hand, instead of LP saying, yep, 0-2, baby.
Well, maybe it's
Head coach TK9.
Could be.
It could
very
go
well
either
be.
way. But I do like the bind ban from SLT. Just don't want
kind
to
of
deal with that.
unknown.
DRX somehow always
coach some random teams in like 2022.
SLT, oh baby,
coach them in 2024.
This to Sunset, a map that they impressed everybody with.
They've got 3 coaches apparently, though.
I mean, there's that, but they're also floating that Abyss as a potential map.
Very interesting.
So that's going to be taking a lot of confidence. We know what DRX.
Interesting veto also. Everybody knows that DRX is very good on this map, so leaving this in the pool is pretty interesting. I guess SLT doesn't want to play them on Corrode. DRX is very good in Corrode. Bind, I guess, honestly, the veto makes a lot of sense based off of what DRX showed at Champs, which is that their Bind was good, their Corrode was good. And I guess maybe you gamble on playing them on Abyss.
On that map, they've shown it time and time again, whether it's regionally or globally.
Did I see Spike Talk? I saw parts of it, yeah.
To be feared on that map, but SLT trusting that if they can make it that far, that they'll be able to close it out in their first cheer here in the Coliseum.
Crystal's very uncomfortable on camera, which is funny because he's so energetic in person, but he's like very.
I think a lot of people. If
I don't know if he's like.
We hope that Zexi's playing that Jet, because as much as Jet has been
embarrassed it was English or what,
2025,
but
Zexy
he's a funny
was
dude.
Making Jet look like an absolutely overpowered broken agent during Ascension.
He doesn't need to be embarrassed of his English.
Everywhere using the operator,
I think he's a very entertaining
we used to see all the time in 2023, 2024.
Guy, but I guess on a podcast with like Baby Bay and Frost, it's kind of hard to like not be a little bit intimidated. Okay, let's talk about the comps. So obviously SLT, they brought this out in Ascension, Jet, Yoru, Chamber, 3 escape artists, Recon, aggressive smokes. They just want to fight a lot. Makes a lot of sense. DRX, double duelist, freeing on the Sage is a little interesting.
There,
Bane, Mako, comfort rolls. I think for DRX, the key is for them to unlock freeing this year, because I feel like freeing on like the flex roll has been a little bit hit and miss. Sometimes he looks amazing, sometimes he looks a little bit lost, sometimes he looks a little bit kind of uncomfortable. So I'm really curious to see whether they can get freeing to really kind of like lock in this year, like he did on Teo at the beginning of the year.
But SLT, like you mentioned, just bringing in basically the triple op comp, as I like to talk about it, where the Jet, the Yoru, and the Chamber, all of them can be holding those aggressive sight lines to trade off of each other.
On stage is set, agent select done.
And you know what? I kind of like SLT's comp on this map, purely because I feel like this is one of those maps where fighting often is like the better alternative to trying to play good macro, because I think the map is just a little bit awkward. Like, especially on defense, I think the map is a little bit awkward to play.
Let's go ahead and get this party started.
Just being like, fuck the macro, let's just fight them. Let's run some traps.
SLT looking to make their mark here on this stage ahead of the start of the 2026 Pacific.
Here we go.
Just to kind of get that taste of what it's going to be like in Pacific.
So SLT starts on attack. DRX on defense. We've got the Sage anchoring B, Mako anchoring A, and then 3 players in middle.
SLT kicked this off with an ace stack on the attacking side.
Now, this is pretty standard to what SLT was doing at Ascension. Chamber just walks out here all the time. This time is to disguise a full-on hit. It works pretty well.
Only able to offer up a tiny bit of damage here onto Zexy. Falls to
super early wall, rotate.
Zexy, oh man!
But this guy just loves taking chances.
On the flick, able to find Bane, drawing out the weapon just in time. Mako, however, does as Mako always does, which is kill somebody through a smoke. So comes away with that one. Bring it now into
What's up, Kevin? I'm doing all right. How are you?
But Mako himself now spammed down a bit.
Teleport's ready. Yeah, the heal's coming back in from the Sage.
Ooh,
flashback.
Okay.
Solid shot.
The wrap is super fast, though.
This flank coming through. LP almost taken down there. Mako so fast to try to turn it around, but Zuno will find the finisher. And SLT
numbers advantage gets pushed into a pistol win. So pretty good. This is just a nice idea from SLT because so much of their game plan on this map is just Chamber walks out, takes contact, and then they're doing something else somewhere else. So they basically just take all of that footage, turn their pistol into sort of like an anti-anti, and just hit off the Chamber contact. Kind of nice.
That heavy aggressive play style. Years of experience dealing with Paper Rex to try to assist him here, but a bit of a different flavor here with SLT's setup.
And we have the aggressive martial contact, looking for where the stack is.
Up into street, gets the spot, but doesn't get the shot. No one's back over to top mid, gets out safely.
This is how we ran our pistols all the time on this map also.
One tap ghost shot. Mako goes down free, going to be taken down off screen. Hyunmin has managed to find one in response. Chance to maybe find some additional damage, but still going to have to be at least 2 kills if they want to take these weapons away.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to look too possible. Flashback had gotten a pick off there. That would have been amazing, but already whittled down low.
And then you just have your Marshall, your long-range weapons, take fights. Well, okay. One Guardian, Marshall goes down, not a big deal. They get all the weapons.
Ultimately, the big investment weapon.
Who do I think is better head-to-head mechanic, util, macro between Envy and Patman? It's definitely Envy. Envy's definitely better mechanics, mechanics-wise.
Both sides and just completely choose one of the sides to go for a retake.
I don't even think Patman would argue that. Envy is just one of the better shooters on the initiator role in Pacific. So.
Or do we have to fight?
Patman for Envy, you have a feeling it's gonna be a huge flop? I don't know. I mean, the thing is, like, you got to understand that the expectations for Paper X are going to be insanely high. So, like, they won a tournament last year. They were strong for most of the season, and now they have seemingly just upgraded maybe their lowest firepower player. So I would assume that everybody's gonna be putting them in like S tier, picking them to win all the tournaments next year, but it's gonna be hard to do. Like, it doesn't matter how good your team is at shooting at the tier 1 level. Like, everybody can shoot.
And on both sides and just completely choose one of the sides to go for a retake.
Can everyone apply for elevated bootcamp? I mean, I will be honest, I'm going to be trying to pick basically tier 2 players. But if you are a grinder who is high ranked and has potential to go pro, then I will definitely consider you.
Bane arriving, swings the corners, able to find a kill here onto the Jet 3. Gonna be eliminated. Cinder collects a third.
Is Envy like Trent or Rian's type? I wouldn't say that. He definitely has good utility, but he's definitely more of a fragging initiator than he is like pure support.
You know, the crazy thing about this is that this would be one of the maps
he takes a lot of duels.
Absolutely would have
as an
watched.
initiator.
It would have been one of the maps where they would have said, okay, we kind of, you know, get a feel for it. Sure, it's the off season. Maybe you're not breaking down every single.
But maybe Paper X wants to play like more flash initiators and just have Envy play like a bunch of Sky and Gecko and like KO and stuff like that, which I guess kind of makes sense. But we'll see.
The trades are just immaculate here from SLT.
I mean, honestly, before we get into this a little bit deeper, let's just look. Let's just look. Let's see. Patman. Envy. And let's just compare their agents. So Patman. Actually, you know what? This is maybe a little bit unfair to Patman. Let's do it this way. Go here. Go Pacific. Once this loads. I'll put Champions Tour 2025. Go Asia Pacific. Apply filter. Whoa. All time. Apply filter. And then we can just kind of sort. Agent. Go fade. How do they compare fade wise? Okay, Envy didn't play any fade. That's not helpful. Sova. What did Envy play last year? Ayo. Okay. I'm trolling myself. What did Envy play last year? He played KO, Deadlock, Vice. Played 8 agents last year. This is hard. How do I see what I'm looking for? Anyway, I mean, somebody can do a one-to-one comparison. I think you're going to find that Envy frags harder than Patman. Probably on every agent.
Big round from Cinder. Huge round for SLT across the board. So 3-0 start on the attack. DRX.
Frost kind of confirmed there were only 2 left from the previous GE roster.
Vandal carried over here by flashback. No way, no attempt.
Yeah.
Try to go
I guess
for that
so.
one to turn it around.
And he roasted Crystal a lot. Yeah, I mean, good.
Off-season tournament.
Crystal's a good player, but he definitely has some stuff that he needs to fix. So I'm hopeful that Frost can turn him into the player that he can be.
Calls a timeout. The next big question for DRX.
Okay, so
also,
SLT wins the bonus.
One thing that Termi really doesn't like, it's gotta be not losing to another Korean squad. Because you've had that title for so long as being the best. Of course, you've lost it a couple times now.
Very aggressive.
Surely you don't want to lose it to an Ascension team.
Not even really.
There's a spot out. Look for the one tap to come in.
Kind of just like dry scaling. That was very aggressive. Did I watch the podcast? I watched parts of it, yeah.
Staying tucked here at alley. Flashback. Does manage to get an angle around the rear. Similar scenes the previous round. It's looking like flashback. They might just be calling for him to save this weapon once again.
So one of the things about DRX's comp is they don't really have the best A fight unless they use a bunch of utility. Like they kind of need a recon and maybe a slow and a paranoia, or they need a nade and a paranoia and a recon or something like that.
With relative ease.
Well, I mean, again, it's a story.
So they're kind of getting run over at A. Let's see if they adjust. Well, they've got your ult, so they're just gonna bust through this. They know. Probably weak sight if they're gonna fall back like that.
Does manage to find him. Jump out of the smoke. Judge in hand.
Judge in backside. That's a little scary.
A 1-for-1 thus far. Shock darts here from Bane, not quite finding the mark. Just a bit too deep. Cinder avoids it.
Yeah, losing that backside for a little bit has really put a wrench into DRX's plans here.
Gone. Mako now arriving on the scene. Look at the TP in the corner, but hello! They've already scaled forward.
Yeah, I mean, Neon Lover. We used to call Crystal a baiter all the time in practice. Like, all the players used to call him a baiter. We used to call him out for baiting. So, it's true. If he's going to bait, he's got to win. Got to win the clutches. And he does that pretty well, but you gotta be consistently good in the clutch if you're gonna bait.
That just leaves Zune at 17 health and a dream to try to see if he can clutch this out. Doesn't avoid the flash though, and will just be hounded down by the classics. That's gonna be DRX getting the defuse, getting themselves on the board, but still suffering 3 casualties.
Okay,
yeah,
pretty good punish this time.
What they can get. And I'll be honest.
I mean, honestly, I think it's a pretty good round. They got the Yoru ult invested, and they win the round. Am I a fan of how GE runs IGL role doing SOOP? Most maps they let Javi IGL, and in some maps where Javi's not good at IGLing, Crystal took over. Yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense. Like, you got to remember that Javi's coming into a brand new team, and Crystal has synergy with almost all of the players on the team. So I think it's fine.
Honest, I was still holding my breath despite how low the health was for Zuna, just because that's one of the things that got them all the way, is Zuna in the clutch, able to play so smart.
Any luck on new team? No.
This time I love it. Flash on
I
one
probably
side,
won't find
the
a team.
wraparound in a 2v1. Of course, the judge, something that
I don't think I have enough connections or pull to just find a team, so I'm gonna have to earn my way back in if I want to get back in.
Kind of get a hold of the pacing, wanting to back out. Yeah, I'm playing a little bit, staggering backwards, talking about something, you know, of the plays that SLT is making in the smokes there briefly.
Did I expect SLT to win? No, I mean, unless DRX was playing with like flickless instead of flashback or freeing or something like that, the fact that they're playing with their full 5, I would kind of expect DRX to win this.
Of the habits that SLT has.
A bit of a second guess there from Klaus.
I mean, this is basically just their Ascension playbook. Just constant chamber contact. Honestly, okay, I kind of have to say this, like, this whole theory of using the chamber for this, I think, is very good. This is the same kind of theory that we used when we did the triple sentinel with the chamber, which is that basically if you've got an area of the map where the defenders like to fight a lot, I think having the chamber take that first contact, that first fight, and teleport out is one of the best ways to deal with it, because trying to just bust this choke, if the defenders are fighting this, the defenders should win this fight if they bring enough people and use enough utility. Kind of like the A Rebel fight at Lotus. The defenders should win the fight if they use enough utility and bring enough bodies. And so instead of trying to just like gamble that you can win the fight or guess when they're not going to fight you there, you just use a chamber. Chamber just comes out, takes one fight, teleports out. Very unlikely that he's going to die here. Maybe he gets a pick, he gets some information, teleports out, no problem. So this is kind of like the exact same theory of how we use chamber on the triple senti on Lotus, applied to a different map, which is cool.
Little spot there on Namako's head, but the shot cannot be found.
Chamber TP is a free drone. It's a dangerous drone.
Really just tells me to try to just cause some distractions over here onto this B site.
It's a lot. I mean, mid's been pushed up, B main's been broken down. The only place that DRX really has any confidence in is A main. They're going for the re-clear, but they get shut down by Zuna. Immediate trade from Hyunmin just to stabilize.
But now you've got Cinder pushing in, catching, freeing there on the site. It's breaking through market. Trying to get onto an angle here, and just managed to win out the fight.
There's just so many layers of like individual players running around in middle right now.
I mean, it's a hop, skip, and a jumping away. Goes for it, but still he's able to hold his own. Bane's going to be taken down, and Flashback is caught in mid.
Okay.
SLT showing no.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that DRX wants to be fighting for middle. I feel like their comp is not very good at fighting for middle. A lot of Raze's stuff is much better in the mains. Omen's stuff is much better in the mains. Sage's stuff is much better in the mains. So if SLT just keeps abusing middle, DRX might have some real problems.
There's never a stop to SLT's flow.
I saw the Paper X Envy news. I did see, yeah.
3 sheriffs and a bit of a solo operation here for LP. Exits back, Klaus in mid. Finds Bane there at the top. Now freeing, work cut out for him as the entry comes forward here onto the B site. Now just hiding within the smoke, but it's only a classic in hand. They are very suspicious. They found him.
Good checks as well. And again, when DRX is weak, they put their strongest weaponry in mid. It's just the same habits.
Flash over the top.
Yeah, I mean,
that double face coming through.
I kind of feel like DRX is, they're like a step behind what SLT is doing right now. Because basically what's happening is SLT is just, they're avoiding fighting DRX in the mains, where DRX has better utility, for the most part. And they're happy to take these fights in middle, where they've got 3 characters that can escape and kind of play in like weird spots in like the big open area. And DRX is just opting into those fights and losing them.
Oh, Klaus just said, go ahead and peek in mid, I'll take you out. Confidently against DRX, bold statements.
I mean, at this point, he is absolutely right for having that thought.
I mean, this play is, what are they doing? Why are they doing this?
Wow, Klaus just said, go ahead.
Okay, so I guess maybe they just don't want to get exec done, so they're going aggro B. I feel like this is definitely better as a trap play with these agents, though. Like, just have somebody take contact jiggling, and then you paranoia, slow, nade, or rocket off of this. This seems like a very weird way to run this play.
And a peek and mid, I'll take you out confidently against DRX.
But also, it's very hard to run trap plays against Yoru Chamber Jet. So, what do I know? I guess maybe you do need to come fight them.
Bold statements.
I mean, at this point, he is absolutely right for having that thought. As here he goes again.
Challenge accepted.
The headphones on stage are too good. Bane didn't hear you.
Yeah, and honestly, I think this is another thing. Like, this was something that I've always had problems with on this map. Is I feel like the rotation for the defense is so bad because of this mid line. Like, you have to be so worried about all these different spots that the attackers can be on. And it's kind of why I feel like Viper is really good on this map, because if you can just, you know, wall off middle, maybe not like that, but the wall that I wanted to use last year was like this. The Viper wall like this, that gives you mid control and allows you to actually like rotate through here or here without as much danger. But yeah, I feel like this rotation is just so shit for the defense that you kind of need your rotator to either be like an Omen, a Yoru, or you just need to invest a smoke just to make the rotation, which doesn't feel very good. Because like, what do? Maybe you smoke this and you can, I don't know. It's like, it's kind of weird.
Bold statements.
It's a very weird map.
He is absolutely right for having that thought. As here he goes again.
Challenge accepted.
The headphones on stage are too good. Bane didn't hear you, Klaus.
Oh, man.
I mean, realistically, what DRX should probably be doing, because SLT, I kind of feel like they need to move the Sage over here, and then they can slow, and then the Chamber's going to see the slow. He's going to start being like, okay, well, they're slowing here. We can't really go A, so we'll just go middle, and then the Sage can just kind of come up and wall, and then a solo Chamber is not going to break the wall, and then they can just like fight middle. I don't know.
Confidently against DRX.
I don't think the Sage at B is going to get very much value here.
He is absolutely right for having that thought.
Yeah, sorry, last time we watched this round again.
As here he goes again.
Challenge accepted.
The headphones on stage are too good. Bane didn't hear you, Klaus.
Oh, man.
Sexy finds a third.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of cooking them.
Always your TP out of it, right? You've got the jet, you're in chamber.
Okay, DRX, another different adjustment. They go aggro again. They're going aggro into a chamber. It doesn't, I mean, great read by SLT also, because like this is the first time, I think this is the first time that Chambers had his teleport here. Could be wrong.
There goes that.
Not sure if that trade was worth it.
Disappeared in the smoke like a magician. Just gone, being able to find one there with the share flashback. Getting one off cameras. Hyunmin puts the stinger to use. So they're going to be taking down Zexy, just dancing around here at market. Seemingly was.
I feel like it must be very hard to keep track of where all the SLT players are, because they're kind of just everywhere. They're like mosquitoes.
Dimensional drift's going to go through. Flashback. The spot out now. Onto one. Not sure if he's seen the second. No, he is not.
Oof.
Zexy tries to make a play. For the flash. Klaus able to find the first.
Not again.
So there, and Mako down.
Mako, 24 HP, 1 bullet.
Just tapping the plant.
What's the timing like here?
Exactly. He could wrap around if he wanted all the way to the ace.
Klaus just needs to chill. Especially if the damage has been communicated, which it should be. He just needs to relax.
Mako gets a read on this.
Now, it does appear like Klaus just doesn't really have any clear idea of where Mako could have gone, so he's not taking his chances running. He's got to mask his sound for as long as possible.
Could just be a mid-wrap in through market. Try that angle of approach. If not the full cut to A, but if it's going to be...
I mean, they know that Mako was B. I feel like you just go A here in a 1v1. Yeah.
He's going to make the call.
I don't know why you wouldn't go A here.
Just tries to run this one. Or if he's going to end up popping the ultimate just to try to close the gap a little bit faster.
Leisure to go for a fake tap just in case Mako was ahead of him, but that won't be the case.
You're so down to watch SLT. They might be goated already. I would not call them goated, but they're definitely an interesting team to pay attention to.
Here at Street. Klaus about to have an angle. right in onto him. Pulls off for a moment though. It still should be favored from this position.
Gotta wait for the tap.
Smokes down. There's the tap. Shorty's in hand.
Ooh, the double smoke from Mako's nice, actually.
Well, I mean,
he only needed one stray.
That is nice from Mako. I have to give him credit for that. One smoke into a second smoke, so you come through the first into... Yeah, that's nice.
Shorty's in hand.
Good try.
He only needed one. Continue to have a chokehold on this half.
not taking a chance in. It starts.
Okay. Back to chamber at A. I mean, DRX really has not adjusted their setup at all.
Sprinting in, but he's constantly still trying to bait Mako out of a comfortable position.
Well, I wasn't sure if he was ever gonna use the ultimate. He's finally committed the tour de force. I mean, he was holding on to an operator for the longest time, and he's got plenty of money, but it does fire faster. And
I also do think it's kind of weird that, like, why do we keep one-weighing this? We know that it's just a chamber. The chamber's just going to dry peek through this instantly and either get the line or teleport out. I feel like this doesn't really help us that much. I would much rather see us starting to smoke, like, middle and make them use utility to re-clear middle or walk through smokes.
it does get you pretty much a guaranteed kill as long as it's not a wall bang. It's freeing. Spam down just a tiny little bit. Has the heal. This is still not a comfortable position, though.
Yeah, I mean, DRX are just holding positions, but unless they get the first shot, they're all going to have to back up and give the entire side.
So if we gave up fighting middle,
how
yeah, I
far
mean,
they
it's
are to provide
a good
backup
thing.
for each other.
Ooh, up on op.
Check. Klaus is already dialed in on
Favors
the
the
angle.
chamber there.
You got to be that much faster, but Hyunmin is this time around. He's looking for the second, but stabilize of the...
And just the simultaneous, bro. The simultaneous fights like this. It just kind of has to feel like SLT is
down with that
in too many places at once.
2 players left. They have a res. Maybe
Definitely some
try to
autopiloting going on for sure
here
from
at top
DRX.
mid, but it seems like DRX are assessing that is far too risky and not worth it.
What's up, Warwick? How are you?
We'll just be freeing and
Doing all right?
to try to sit back and hold on to these weapons for dear life.
Okay, 9-1. SLT's cooking.
However, today they look just...
You know, another thing to keep in mind is that it's pretty likely, since DRX is not changing their team, these guys could have been on break for a while and are not really in, you know, mid-season form. These guys just had to play for their entire life, so they're probably about as sharp as they're ever going to be.
as confident as they did during Ascension.
Yeah, lights are going to be a little bit brighter.
So I wouldn't overreact to this too much.
Grab of the orb here, trying to cycle up maybe another dimensional drift, but 2 more rounds to be played out, this one included. I'm not sure if we're going to see that.
Snack and a full push through the wall. Again, slight changes in the pacing that SLT continues to show. This time they target elbow, and it's a full wraparound.
Right here at backside. The next closest.
Okay, they do finally bring the Sage over here. But it's on an eco round, so it's not really going to do much.
Immediately.
Let's see if they keep the setup for the next gun round or not.
Lone hero rifle. Try to see if he can get something done.
Whoa, careful.
Fall to Hyunmin, but Mako has now been felled. And that leaves just flashbacks.
SLT making Pacific is good for the scene, you think? Really? Why?
Maybe he could recover the Vandal.
Yeah, not looking too hopeful here.
Another Korean team?
Oh, what a timing.
Not even on his side. So
Alright, do they keep the Sage at A for the last gun round? They do not. They go back to B.
So they can hope for still holding on to that res, just never.
They walk the Yoru down middle. He has no coverage.
Yep, make me eat my words, LP.
No coverage.
He's got the dimensional drift.
Who's next?
It's a very weird round now.
Go ahead and scout things out. Oh, good wraparound from Flashback.
A really good catch there. Mako able to find Clouds at the same time.
Okay, they've injected some chaos into the round.
On the exit, Mako just a quick little 180 pivot in the shorty.
Turns out that if you just start randomly walking down space, like SLT does,
yeah, looking a lot more like
maybe you can throw them off a little bit.
Bottom time. This is you with the better numbers, the better trading angles.
Okay, 10-2. Let's see how SLT handles defense. But yeah, I'm curious why you think that SLT making Pacific is good for the scene. The story is good? What is the story? Aren't they just like a tier 2 team? I don't know. I've recognized the team. Like, they've been around for a while. SLT as an org has been around for a while. I don't know if they're in other games and stuff. I assume they are. Yeah, okay, they also have an Overwatch team, it looks like.
Zexy at 13, LP at 12. On defense, this is a whole different beast.
Yeah, I agree, Zero Oran. I think they play a little bit Paper X-y in terms of just like, they bring a lot of people to fights. They have a lot of liberty to like make plays.
Not able to answer anything back there. On 22.
They kind of swarm to contact.
Of the door, but still looking to try to get some value here in the headhunter.
Oh, hello.
Bullets remaining, and he does somehow manage to escape. I thought for sure he would get hounded down.
Hold on, we gotta go back and watch this jet push. This is so fast and so aggressive. Really, really good read by Zexy to just take all of the space insta.
Okay. Well, not able to answer anything back there. On 22. Quick little break here of the door, but still looking to try to get some value here in the headhunter, but it's only 2 bullets remaining, and he does somehow manage to escape. I thought for sure he would.
Yeah, I think part of it, JY, is they got a little snowballed on, and there was like an attack op very early on that was causing them problems, so re-clearing into an op is always kind of scary. But I do agree with your point.
Around the back of B main, and it looks like DRX finding the exact start that they needed. Unless Zuna can pull off.
Isn't Chamber Veto to hold a site better on defense compared to Sage?
Weak on the DRX side.
I wouldn't say it's better on attack. I genuinely am still trying to figure out like how to get consistent value out of Veto on attack. I feel like his attack is very weird.
It was grosser than I thought it was.
Yes, yep. But I guess to bring it's just another day. Now we do have a 3-man buy: Marshall, Spectre, and Guardian.
Gunman finding the quick tap. Klaus left on the floor.
Okay, immediately SLT starts taking space. DRX is contacted A. Everybody gets over to A from SLT, swarming to the point of contact.
As well as he did in the previous.
That's pretty fast this time.
Yeah, he's already through tiles. Satchel up over the top. Bane.
Nice start from Bane.
So while this flank is getting ready to come through, it does finally get noted. Bane turns back around.
Good coverage from DRX. Get in, get the fight. Abuse the weapons. Okay, first gun round. Again, we've got the chamber potentially walking into space A. They're running the Yoru as the initiator for the chamber, which is kind of cool. They post the chamber on the line. And then they're going to shift the Yoru over to B, I assume.
Wonders with that, but
he is the weapon. Now, if DRX
Spike dropped, noise made in B main.
That operator, that would mean so much, because the moment the operator starts rotating around the hands of SLT, that's when you're in trouble.
Yeah, they are quite far away from being able to afford that.
Okay, early drone. Why did he send out his teleport and then fake it? I guess maybe he thinks that they're here and they're trying to split like this, so he wants to threaten them. What's up, Bucket Dipper? How are you?
Klaus as well hasn't been able to see anything yet. Cinder, I mean, he's just so damn distracted. Cinder just frantically goes bounding forward in the market. Zexy just managed to peel back a kill. Zexy on the corner check, finding Mako.
Okay, DRX giving them a little bit of a taste of their own medicine with like the late lurk middle.
Looking to convert this bonus.
Nice shot by Freeing.
Seals the deal on it. 3K from him. I mean, damn near doubled his. The first.
It's coming up. Hey,
I like.
Okay, SLT calls a timeout early. They want to stop the momentum. They're gonna go with a 3-person mid push, completely abandoning B. And DRX has guessed correctly. They're hitting B. There's nobody there.
Play from SLT. Gets something jump started here.
So aggressive and fast through middle though. So they've got total information of middle. They know that either DRX has to be exactly here, I guess, or they're hitting B. So they're gonna have a bunch of people B early.
On this thrifty attempt. They're starting to go. I mean, they've sussed this out immediately, so they are putting themselves in the perfect position to try to
Now
counteract
there's
this.
5 people
Just
here
gonna come
very,
down to the
very
shots and the
early.
execution.
But look at Bane. He's watching for the flank again so early.
But he's not able to.
Oh.
Uh-oh, that's a gun.
So damn close. Has that. Stinger in hand. Comes up with one. Up and over the top of the wall. Flashback turns. Finds Zexy. Cinder now going to be taken down. Mako mans the flank.
Ooh, big kill by
Elimination
Mako
there.
killing Cinder
Wall
there.
is he born in the side of SLT as it kind of funnels them forward into one
3v3.
angle, but that's a very nice shot. Take down Hyundai.
Mako's still worried about maybe a second flank coming from the Yoru, I think.
Flash set up around the corner. Flashback. Watching.
What?
But
Uh-oh.
LP
Uh-oh.
hangs. As he drops.
Uh-oh.
He draws the attention.
11
now it's all
HP.
down to Mako.
Yeah, just run at him.
Tap the swing.
Oh,
the shot.
maybe not.
Mako finding one. Making the TP once again. Waiting for the
Oh!
and Mako gets
Ooh.
the clutch.
Yikes. Okay, so right
Fine,
there,
it's
a
all down
little
to
bit of
Mako.
micro mistake from them.
Yes.
Right here,
Has-
what you want to do is you want one person to just instantly stick this and 2 people to run at him. So they're not coordinated doing this. I guess they don't really know where he is.
He drops.
But once this happens, now what you have to do is either you both have to run at him instantly, or one person holds and this guy fights at him. But they're a little bit hesitant to
Draws
do
the
this.
attention. Now it's
They don't instantly stick the spike, so the time pressure is not on Mako here, which means that he knows that they're probably trying to push him, so he can kind of play the game his way.
all down to Mako. The tap, the swing,
That was
the
a sick
shot.
clutch though from Mako.
finding
11
one.
HP, putting
Making the TP once again. Waiting for the ring. And
Putting some pressure on them with the
Mako
teleport
gets the
noises.
clutch.
that was nice.
I mean, insaneness. They were just.
Angle and all. I mean, credit to Klaus. He tried to pre-fire the
Mako's definitely the best player who's never won a trophy. Like, that is for sure.
angle and all. Had a very solid understanding of when that shot was going to be coming through. But okay, quick little exit. Dodges the showstopper. Actually took some damage. I do believe.
Yeah,
Either way, Rez is there. But freeing now the one punished. Zoom out from top mid, able to find that kill. Klaus going to be pinged. Zexy's just pushing down the tiles, and it's just chaos. Understanding
this-
of when that shot was going to be coming through, but okay,
This
quick little
Jet
exit.
is just a freak,
Dodges
man.
the showstopper. Actually does.
He's just so aggressive. He literally dashes forward
Rez is there.
and is just
But
running
freeing
it
now, the one
down.
punished. Zoom out from top mid, able to find that kill. Klaus going to be pinged.
Jesus, so
Zexy's just
aggressive.
pushing down the tiles, and it's just chaos in the round.
Yeah, everyone everywhere right now. But DRX still doesn't have the site yet. Bane now trying to stabilize it for his team.
Goes down to 3 HP.
Okay,
as he
3v3.
kill, desperately trying to get the plant in, but
Ooh,
it's not going to be the Hunter's Fury. It's going to be LP able to find that shot to take him
careful,
down.
don't kill your teammate.
Swing forward though, flashback playing out.
Nice timing
In
by
front,
flashback.
catches them completely
They have
off
to get
guard.
the
Boa,
spike, but 2v1, he has ult to go get it
LP
if he
now.
wants to. Mako does
the one that
too.
needs to work a miracle. 1 HP more than Mako had in the previous round. One fewer target to try to deal with, but flashback has located him. It's a dimensional drift. Jumps right back into main.
Mako, Leo,
Now
Aspas,
bring
then Boaster.
Spike
Wow.
forward.
I mean, depends on what your
Makes him
Mount
think- yeah,
Rushmore is
makes him
for.
think that
I'd
he
probably,
TP'd over to
honestly,
A.
this is
I
blasphemy,
thought
but
he
I
was
probably
just
wouldn't put
running to
Leo
try
on
to
the
save the
Mount
weapon.
Rushmore. Like, he only played a year and a half in VCT. I think if you're going to put anybody else on Mount Rushmore, Aspas, Boaster, Hens.
Because he probably should.
He probably should, honestly, at this
Who
point.
else? Got one more
Yeah,
slot.
Vandal, you've got knives and a tour de force behind you. You can have a decent amount of firepower going into the next
Maybe
round. but
Termy.
They'll be happy with just
I
the two
mean,
ultimates,
Valorant
but
would not be as
potentially
popular as it is without tens.
smoke
Yeah, probably
dropping,
Forsaken,
as
honestly.
does LP. Flashback with a 4K. DRX are suddenly 3 rounds away.
Batman joining
from tying
GE? I have
this
no
up.
idea.
He'll come. But what a hero play. Let's see, a little TikTok play coming.
Sadak, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that could go on the Mount Rushmore for sure.
DRX.
Oh,
Ooh,
Both
nice.
sides. They cover both sides and Freen gets one.
yeah.
Elevator play.
I feel like I'm pretty sure we just saw this mere days ago in the Game Changers Grand Final.
Yes, we did.
Okay, SLT is literally, they're just
One of the
pushing
teams who pulled
every
that off.
round.
Cinder with a nice
Every
shot, though.
single round they are pushing something.
Down to bottom mid, does manage to find Bane. Two teleports, trying to evacuate.
DRX really can just kind of like, their default should probably just be hold this line, hold this line, hold this line, hold this line, hold this line for like 35 seconds and then do something.
He's just gonna go for it again. Just getting slotted forward here.
I mean, honestly, Mount Rushmore of Valorant, it's gonna be Tens, Nats, probably Forsaken, and Osboss. I think that's my 4. Nat, because I mean, without Nats teaching everybody how to play Viper,
just around the corner,
like the game is completely
DRX,
different.
They're just playing this very patiently. It's like Hyunmin just double taking for a second, didn't realize.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was
like,
expecting somebody else to be pushing with him.
Honestly, what if Nats doesn't show people the bind setup? Do you think anybody comes up with that? Like genuinely, if Nats doesn't make the bind setup, does anybody make the bind setup? Because it was Nats, right? Or did somebody come up with it? Because I feel like this is kind of a weird, it's like weird tech. Actually, the initial one was like this, right? This is the initial setup.
He's like, oh,
Kind of an interesting.
You are alone, in fact.
Ooh, starting to get a bit antsy on the clicks as well. Klaus a bit too early on the fire.
30 seconds left.
I mean, Viper is definitely one of the most impactful agents in the history of the game, and so I would kind of have to put the person who sort of like put this agent on the map.
All alone now,
on the Mount Rushmore.
From Zexy has been expended.
GE roster update, bro. I'm not on the team. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
The follow-up shot, but cannot deny the spike being planted.
This is not your source. I'm not your source for GE news any longer.
Klaus just has to swing forward out of the smoke. Saranivu out somewhat to safety. Zexy finding a nice timing. Gets a punish.
Hong Kong? I mean,
Spring
maybe.
Keeps them off his defuse.
The thing is, you've got too many people competing for the jet spot, right? Because you gotta put Tens in the jet spot. You gotta put Osboss in the jet spot. And then honestly, the third person is probably CNED over everybody else. Because CNED was like the original guy on jets. He was like by far the best jet player, maybe besides Tens. But Hong Kong obviously has all of China rooting for him.
You're like, all right, Termi's doing his thing, not calling timeout. He's gonna pay for it. And Termi live.
It's like watch nothing but intercept.
Okay, DRX making a pretty good comeback. SLT unable to play defense at all so far.
That's brutal.
They've just been walking down
holding on to it for now. They still do
every
have a
single
lead.
round.
It just hasn't been getting bigger.
Klaus
Ooh, the timing is
Mako
shit
check.
for both players.
Mako is the one who actually gets caught there on a timing.
Mako just completely ignored that.
In towards market, a bit of an off maneuver there from him. This wall will go up. Looks off the sight line. Klaus is going to look
Stage
to go
wall
up
to
and
make
over
things awkward.
Taken down in the corner by Hyunmin
Wait, they're
with the
double
fake shell.
opping, I just realized.
Delivering a kill, but a hell of a lot more than that.
Yeah,
Paranoia actually keeps them forward onto the site.
It's a rifle if they want to retake. There's a res available too.
Right now.
Wall segment getting broken.
Ooh.
Spot 1-to-1.
Close.
DRX doing their damage to try to set up a crossfire, but Hyunmin there in that cubby. No way to try to flush him out. They just have to peek him and kill him, and Cinder is able to get that done. Sit now into a 2v2. Zexy finding the first, Spring surrounded, does fall.
Nice little
SLT,
bait and switch
no
from the
further coaching
SLT
intervention
players.
necessary to make it happen. They get themselves their first
I don't think
round
DRX was
each.
expecting there to be 2 ops in that round.
Sure, you get the plan.
He saw doors shut and just didn't
Yeah.
think the check around it.
Just assume, or assumption, honestly. But either way, well played at the very end.
I mean, the thing is, if you're playing Chamber, you kind of have to play crazy. Like, if you don't frag out on Chamber, kind of what's the point of playing Chamber?
Try to prevent SLT from getting themselves up to
this match.
Ooh.
Calling for the break of the door, sends up the showstopper, and again it's going to be
How is that not killed?
Calling for the break of the
Oh, he kind of whiffed.
door, sends up the showstopper, and again it's going to be LP tagged up, but not taken down.
Oh
Now
my
coming in,
God,
Sexy.
that is a
Quick
crazy
shot.
fast
Resident
shot.
there once again is freeing, brings him back into the fight, and Bane finds Cinder at the same
Bane
time.
trades.
Player advantage here to the side of DRX for the moment.
Spike planted.
Thrown out over the top, spot onto freeing, gets the tag.
I feel like this is very
Trying to get their ducks in a row to get this retake
this
started.
is very like APAC ranked style gameplay right now.
Trying to get some reactions out from the site, but DRX stay tucked in.
Very much like
Able to find Hyunmin.
just
They know
fucking
that
fight
that's the
them,
play now, and
boys.
Klaus up over the top, finding one. Flashback finding a kill. The Hunter's Fury now going to be called in. Bane looking to try to see if he can hold them back, and hold them back he has. Spring and Market eventually steadies the spray, catching Klaus in the head, and Zexy now has to try to.
The thing about Wardell is he also played in an era where people were not very good at using utility to deal with oppers.
Still in a comfortable position. The 2-round
I mean,
lead.
Wardell was definitely
Was hoping that he could get the cutoff
a good
against the
opper,
operator
but
that
he
won't be
also was
happening.
helped
Sexy
by the fact that he got to
stays
play
alive
Super
with an
Broken Jet,
op.
Super
Not
Broken
everyone's
Chamber,
gonna have
and people
all
were
the
dog
guns
shit
they
at the
want
game.
for a full arsenal, though.
So I'd be curious to see how he did
Overall,
in
I
like
think,
today's meta.
Again, it was a nice attempt from SLT to try to keep things going. But eventually, they're just not able to dive all the way through. Flashback again, turning it on when the team needs it most. Bucky for Elf.
DRX definitely has a theory on this map where they really prefer to hit B if possible. I think their preferred side is B. They did this against us in EWC where they just went B a bunch of times.
That opening. Bucky for LP. Can't afford the judge. You'll still take the Bucky.
Paranoia at the ready on this corner. Pushing
We're
forward.
walking.
Not going to get caught by it, Mako. Just having to hold on to it for the later part of this round. It's one of their entries gone. A very solid first step for SLT to try to pull off what might not map out to
Neon
be
will be the best op player next year from Lev.
It's gonna be a little bit
Better than
risky here
Aspas.
for DRX. Now without the tip of the spear on that raise.
Pretty bold take.
They have to kind of rely on Flashback to make a lot of noise, whether it's somewhere
pretty
else on
hard
the
to be
map
better
or on
than
the site. Right now, he's
Aspas.
separated from the team, looking for the cutoff.
Smoke set up, Paranoia. Sent, drone, not going to get a spot
Yes,
here.
says
Klaus
Gobsy. Wow, okay.
Slotting forward on the site, has the rendezvous.
I guess somebody has to eventually be better than Aspas.
Out towards safety. It looks like DRX maybe rethinking this as the spike starts to shift. Flashback trying to find an opener here at top mid. Spamming.
I like the pace of this round from DRX,
Klaus
except
just
they
kicks back in to
got
be made.
picked.
Mako must have been into the open.
They don't have options right now.
No, they certainly don't. Zexy peeks in, reinforces that top mid spot.
The initial
Flashback
pick,
now gone.
the
Two
second
players
pick,
left.
yeah.
SLT looking so
I think if
well
they played
poised
the pace of this round
to take this up
like
to
this
map
with
point.
numbers, they would be fine.
Slow over towards Alley, the plant coming through. Zexy bringing out a shot, trying desperately to find a wall bang, but cannot prevent
Aspas
this,
is
but
definitely an
still
opper.
are favored in the retake. The Highland
Oh,
Pain got
what?
two there!
Wow.
Good job, SLT.
Yes,
Great round win.
yes.
But can I see that again, perhaps in slow motion?
That drag down was insane. Aim's up top.
Okay, SLT gets to 12.
Mako just repeaks it.
Yeah, that second death from Mako kind of sold the round.
Good thing they had 3 stacked, I guess.
Yeah. Knocking up in a row.
All right.
Into overtime.
SLT wants to close. What's their game plan?
Knocking up their opening map here at the SVL. Check, nothing going to be spotted, but it's all ready.
Kind of a nice spot, actually. This is definitely like a game planned thing where people know that the drone range won't be able to check this, I think. Or very unlikely to be checked here. You just kind of hold this angle. The drone's probably going to go this way. Not going to actually get this far because it's going to start from far back. And then you can just kind of take the first contact, teleport, come re-peek on either side. I kind of like the setup from the chamber.
4 players getting into position to counteract this push.
I mean, Texture is definitely one of the better offers.
Makes his exit. Going forward, just
you had to make like an opper tier list.
Broken down as Mako on the peak, dead again. LP. Go ahead, take down the enemy IGL. Conventional drift now forward, just scouting all of these players out. Zexy able to strike
again.
In behind.
The flanking jet with the operator. He's so much chaos. Okay, that was a little too aggressive.
Gonna be good for one, but
creates so much chaos. This is really nice. Like macro wise, obviously there's only 3 people alive. They're collapsing on freeing. He's distracting 2 people as they close in, and then they just flood in, start defusing.
Gonna be good for one, but Bane cannot find anything more.
I think probably if DRX doesn't get 10-2'd though, they probably win this map. So SLT definitely. Whoa. That that's a little egregious. That is a little egregious.
A little bit of a dual difference. Yeah, it's one of those things where you just imagine if it was a 9-3, would that have made the difference for DRX? Maybe.
So I am excited to see him pilot that one.
So I think, yeah, op tier list or op. Who we got? Texture. Osbos. Let's do active players only. Can we put Ye in there? Jemkin, I think, has to be up there. Jemkin is definitely a scope abuser. Something. A lot. There's a lot of APAC players here. Hong Kong, yep. Hong Kong. For sure. Who else? I'm trying to think of like EMEA. What EMEA duelists are like really heavy oppers? I feel like there aren't very many of them. Because Kayak is good, but he's not like an elite opper. He's just he's like a solid opper, but a very good rifler. This is the short list. No, this is the short list. Sato, I haven't seen him enough to really judge. He didn't play enough games to really judge. I mean, yeah, you probably have to put Durka on this list. Durka, I feel like Durka is like the forgotten man at this point. Demon 1, definitely not. Demon 1 is a rifler. He's not like he's a decent opper. He's a good opper, but he's definitely a rifler. Alpha Chamber, no. Boaster, low key, kind of. Ara was heavy, that's true. Camo, not consistent enough. What about Americas? What other Americas oppers were there? Oxy's more of a rifler. CNED has been taken off the op roll, so can't really include him. Yeah, who else was on the Turkish teams? Forsaken, definitely not. CNED for sure back in the day. Yeah. I don't know. Top oppers. I kind of want to put Jemkin number 1, honestly. Zekin, definitely not. I would probably put like maybe these 3 at the top. Extra Jemkin Kong. And then you're probably gonna put Osbos in there. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on to Pearl.
Are available, but it's a bit labored. 0 win.
Chiron SLT.
Mata is a good offer.
On to that main stage energy.
Okay, comp. We're running the Jet Chamber Yoru again. Gunman Neon. So DRX not playing any Waylay Yoru in this series. On I think it's a little weird they didn't play Yoru Waylay on Sunset. I think on this map it kind of makes sense. I don't really think the Waylay is that good on this map. Like, it's fine, but I think Neon is probably better.
Riding off that first map win.
It's flying through. Sexy an attempt there at the quick shot, but end up going a little bit wide. Gets tagged down to 70, but is able to back away safely into the A site.
No damage done to DRX, but they do already have a stack on this side for SLT, so they're feeling pretty confident.
Yeah, basically setting up a high-low. Sexy here, top of the cafe. Zuno will just be sliding over towards stairs in case they need to reinforce that position if there's going to be a crunch through ARP, but as we can see, DRX are more than happy to just go ahead and pump the brakes here. And
DRX going to make some noise? They're going to break this and try and pressure B? Probably.
If they cut noise, but SLT says, no, we've got coverage. We've got the trademark in mid.
Pressure street, then hit A? No, they're just going to show A.
Gotten a glimpse perhaps on
Are they going to shift? What's the plan here? They're just holding.
Now Pivot getting ready to come through. His timing. Oh, gun barrel. Oh, not being registered. Fast enough there by LP, and freeing with the ghost, of course, is going to be clean with it. Sexy, however, does manage to shut him down. So in the corner, and Sexy now will fall.
Kind of a weird round.
Clear advantage here to the side of DRX as the plan gets ready to come in. It just cannot get on the angle fast enough to stop it, but still is able to find himself a second as Bane gets taken down. Mako trying to flank his way through waterfall, but Klaus has him noted and dead. At least flashback now, tagged to 36.
What will it take to save Japan?
Happen, he cannot.
Bro, I mean, they need to make like a real super team with Japanese players, I think. If I was in charge of a Japanese team right now, I would probably be trying everything I can to have a team of Mei, Depp, Ace from Fennel, Balls from Fennel, and then last position, maybe like Sugar Zero, potentially. I don't know who would IGL in this position. Maybe Sugar Zero can IGL? I don't know. I think if you make a team like this, you have a potential to actually shoot. Like you can actually fight against teams in Pacific. But right now, I feel like the Japan problem is they've got like 1 or 2 good Japanese players. Then they're trying to fill their other 3 roles. So they've got like Japanese player who's pretty good, right? Japanese player who's pretty good. And then they're trying to fill these other slots with like imports. I mean, not imports, but like non-Japanese players. But they're kind of taking, no offense to the players, they're kind of taking like the players that were not good enough to get on their like main language team, right? Like Akame is good, but is Akame better than anybody on GENG, DRX, or T1? Probably not. And then they have, who else? They had GN on DFM, who's good, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Uh-oh, well that's a bad time to try to go for an orb.
Bold.
Very bold. Unfortunately, a bit foolish in the end. Struck down, freeing. Still here on this linger. Zuno shrug off the damage, has the regen armor there.
Covering it. Right there.
Does freeing try to move?
Exactly.
My question. Right now, I mean, DRX got themselves in such a great
I think it's especially hard in
SLT
Pacific because all the Korean teams have like very deep tendrils in the like academy and tier 2
into the smoke. Able to find
so like, I feel like they're always going to have priority for like the upcoming players.
Rotates into Art, spots out freeing.
Because what upcoming player is going to want to play in English when they can play in Korean?
Despite the awareness, despite the kill, and noting the flank, despite the 4K, Klaus cannot stop that spike from going off. DRX.
Maximum the trades are.
Okay, when I heard Munchkin might be going to DFM, I got really excited. And then he went to T1, and I was like, wait, this team is actually insane. So I think T1's going to be good next year.
This is a big swing in the
but yeah, I think Japan definitely
the outlaw
Definitely
out.
needs.
Still going to be playing inside a bit though.
They need to like make a super team, and they probably need to spend some time developing IGLs in their scene.
Really bolt in the backside. Gunman sliding forward. Quick little tailwind over to the side, and Mako's going to be taken down again. Gunman gets over into the cubby, though turns back, finds Zexy. Eventually is able to find the kill there onto the jet, but flashback with a nice headshot. Looks for a follow-up, but Klaus does take him down with that headhunter. He gets himself another.
He's just peeking
as well, and just like that,
he's just peeking.
the pendulum swings back over to SLT's side, and now they are the ones favored to potentially take this round and regain the lead.
I mean, was Laz even?
For DRX, so
I don't think Laz was even IGL by choice. I think he just kind of had to be eventually.
Wary about this potential approach here is Frame trying to get the damage through, get that pick, but he cannot. Plant it there. Default. But now,
oof.
Okay, quick shot. Klaus going to be
Bringing
taken
us
down
fast.
to the 2v2. I was going to say, you do have Cinder on the approach, so for the moment he had Bane effectively stranded, but he just swings out, takes the fight, and Freeing takes the final kill. Going right into that.
Okay. Good damage from SLT, but good start from DRX. Klaus 8-1 though.
Shorts here for DRX.
Hop online for Zexy.
Does have it, but it's being avoided completely at the moment. It's Klaus being revealed. Right back up here onto the boost spot, but
timing was a little bit off.
Immediately.
Who's next?
The fact that he just re-peaks that potentially into 5 people is ridiculous, by the way.
LP, I don't believe he was spotted, but Klaus, not sure if that was
okay.
either way. Yeah, there's no assist on it. Now LP trying to get played in. As mentioned by Hyunbin Mako, good for 1. Klaus will eventually get flushed out of street there.
Gotta get Spike. See, what's the timing like for freeing?
Down it, but getting timing by Zuna. So flashback, a 1v2.
Kind of misses the timing. Now flashback, no ult.
Over onto the site. The one flash available to try to make a play here.
They do eventually see him, so there's no fear of having to rotate. Of course, at some point, even if he
what are you gonna do, flashback? You just gonna stick here and come late, or are you gonna try and put the pressure on them and go to the other side of the map?
Time and go in sneakily on a timing, or does he go for the rotate? He's gonna go for the challenge on B.
Flash with Zexy. Plays back around.
Nice anti-flash from Zexy.
Klaus has had the tour de force online, so now they want to have that double threat.
Okay, DRX coming heavy middle.
Split him across the map.
Into a chamber and Yoru.
It's not holding it long. It's actually double doors here for Klaus, at least for the moment. Quick peek, but nothing going to be spotted.
I mean, there are 4 people for SLT in middle right now.
DRX just silently slot forward.
Is Genji 5th the stand-in? I don't know what's going on with Genji. They haven't announced officially, but Karen, Ash, Lakia, Texture, and Zinx is who they played with at this event. So we'll get a look at them after this series.
Playing out around A main. Overdrive is now going to be popped.
Buzz is a better opera than Ospas. I don't know about that. Buzz is good though.
Corner there for a brief little moment. He just fully backpedals away. Freeing at the same time is able to find Zexy, wins that fight, takes down the operator, while Hyunbin is causing all of this chaos and distraction at the front.
Wow.
And that's Neon for you, creating space.
It's crazy that they lost this.
3-player advantage here for DRX. On the weaker by LP. Trap back here behind stairs. I mean, maybe can find a kill on the Bane as the swing of the corner gets ready to come through. But oh no, he's going to be timing, perhaps? No.
Okay.
Swap of the Stinger. Comes up with the kill.
I mean, there's no way.
Finds himself exiting back over to.
Okay, big round from DRX. So they thriftied them after losing pistol, and they thriftied them again. That's kind of what comes with the territory when you play comps like this that just have to fight, though. If you don't have good protocols on how to fight against bad weapons, you're going to get thriftied a lot.
Yeah, that's a counter.
What do I think about PaperX Envy and GE Patman? I mean, the PaperX Envy move is definitely interesting. Should be pretty good for them, but we'll see. I don't know anything about the G. Is that a rumor that's happening, or is that just like what people are saying?
Actually pops up over the top of it. I thought he was going to go for a linger. Instead, actually goes for the challenge. And Flashback happily takes that fight.
There's a lockdown coming in. For DRX.
Using the lockdown against the eco, I don't mind it necessarily.
early against the Eco. In case anyone's
Gonna
risking
have
their
to
life to stay
flood
alive, you'll
in.
still get early space with the Yoru. Flashback, getting a frag himself.
Yeah, good coverage.
Now it's actually on the drop.
This is nice from
Not ready for the
DRX.
angles
Just
here.
playing it safe, making
Lots
sure
of
they
players
don't
in
get
front,
thriftied
flashback.
back.
Well, that night-
Teleporting into back calls right as the lockdown ends, flooding through, getting multiple angles on the
Once
choke
more for
points.
Klaus.
Good. Should Foxy9 find a team? I mean, I think he's pretty good. I don't know.
See what he can get.
Unless he's
Just
willing to
one
go
minute
play
level
on like
up.
an
Sexy has
English-speaking
that one as
team,
well in
I feel
mid.
like I think the biggest problem for a lot of these Korean players, like the Foxy9s, and let's say like, you know, Yudaton, Yeoman, Ban, like all these Korean players, there's just a lot of really good Korean players that are already in the league. Because like, whose spot are you taking? You know?
Once again split, but playing away from. Let's see where it looks like the spike is going to be going, but once more freeing. Just getting the jump, getting the kill. Now opping the enemy jet. Cinder, I'd love to maybe just collect this, but also doesn't want to make any noise.
Yeah, it's tough right now trying to battle out in mid. He's guarding it.
On the swing, but right into his crosshair.
I mean, I would say a
Nice
Japanese team should definitely
free
take a
aim
flyer
there
on
from
Foxy9. I feel like he would probably upgrade both teams' firepower a little bit.
Still no confidence in
And I
being
think both of
here
those teams
for
need
SLT,
help
though, so the
in the
info is
firepower
still
department.
lacking. Look at them trying to figure out where to go on the minimap.
So yeah, if a Japanese team wants to pick up Foxy9 and he can
Spike over
communicate with them,
towards the
then I would
side,
say
but-
go for it.
Technically the higher stack. Avoid the operator, but well, for the moment, it's just going to be the two players, so potential 2v2. As Hyunmin is trying to sell a bit of a
30
fake here
seconds
onto this
left.
A site. Set to the fast lane. Goes
Who replaced
forward,
Foxy9 and
Revoke
Munchkin?
coming
Locky
out now.
replaced Munchkin.
Parts from SLT starting to wonder
And
if this is actually going to be a hit onto the A
Zinx
site, but the dimensional
replaced
drift will absolutely
Foxy9. I don't know
squander
anything about
DRX's
Zinx.
fake hopes. Flash in, Cloud eating the first bullet. Flashback trying to
Very
the
late
headshot
attempt to
on the
plant
one.
here from
Would he
DRX.
have fast enough to actually finish the job there onto LP? The time now
Probably
away
a bit
from
too
DRX.
slow.
It's just not going to be able to collect that spike fast enough
Yoru's down.
to find a final kill, but
Yeah.
nothing more.
To me, this round feels a lot like a bit of a the initiator nerf coming into play. This was so slow from DRX because they're playing against a team that has 3 potential oppers that could be on all sorts of crazy angles or judge players or whatever, and they only have 1 drone and a recon. So it's very hard for them to clear angles. I feel like they just kind of wandered around and eventually tried to hit late. Super hard to play like that against this team.
Bringing it in for SLT.
Locky is the new
Times
IGL? I don't know. I assume so, but I genuinely have no idea.
to be popped. Lexi looking to rebuild that economy. Seems like SLT really wants to try to stick with that double
LT is
when
definitely
possible.
going to come peek this.
Looks for the smoke with right click, perhaps? No. Sends out one knife.
Such a ridiculous playstyle, man.
Yeah, but now if we can have SLT,
But they have
LP,
so
maybe
much
push out
info
just
here.
a bit more to gain a little bit more confidence. SLT could
So
work
much
the map
info.
in their favor.
3 players A. Here comes the Yoru ult from
Forward on the side.
DRX.
Spot onto the
Clears
jet.
backside. They
Just
go
here
for
trying
the
to- I mean, this is
ult.
a bold one to try to lock him down. Zexy to
Ooh, he
avoid
gets
all but
pinged.
one. So still has his life intact.
Can't finish, though.
Flashback on the exit. Himself here in the dugout. He instantly snaps onto Zuna's head. What a
That first shot from Flashback was nice.
himself here.
That is
One.
fast.
Still has his life intact. Flashback on the exit. Himself here in the dugout. He instantly snaps onto Zuna's head. What a shot from him.
That was fast,
Eventually
man.
will be taken down as Cinder. Collects the kill when the Singer swaps it now over onto a Vandal. Player advantage is there for DRX for the moment.
You are divided.
Cosmic Divide going to be called in for Mako.
Yeah, I do think against SLT, they would definitely struggle against a double
So a
smokes
tough one
comp.
for SLT to break
For
through.
sure.
Finds the first. Bane good for another, but Cinder trades it up. Brings it into a 2v2. 3 kills for him. The defuse
If you're
now
against,
getting
if you're
started.
against
The star set up.
these types of comps that are just like
Full fade.
solo
Pulling in, another
peeking
star
and
gonna be
pushing
set.
stuff,
Freeing on the quick
like
peek,
double
looking for
smokes
that
is pretty
shot.
good.
I don't think that he noted Cinder. Cinder was there on his flank, and he has not. So Cinder now on
Holy
fire!
shit!
And he's got it locked up.
Ace.
What a
Wow.
volley!
The barrel of the gun.
What a round from him.
Dude, to round it out with the last 2 kills. And to think that it started with this shot from Flashback. Cinder shuts it all down.
Nice shot.
Incredible from him. Timing on the Bane, sure, but
Very good.
So freeing on that peak, he had never seen him over on that cubby side.
Every day. You don't
This
see,
allows him to get the kill on the Mako.
yeah, you don't see Astra Aces every day.
Certainly not. I mean,
It does kind of feel like DRX should probably be pushing the pace a little bit more. Like, obviously, one of the things against the Yoru comps is that you have to be careful of, like, if you hit too early, a lot of times you're just going into 3 players. But if their comp is like this with no slows and like no stuns, no stopping power in the choke points, sometimes it doesn't matter. Just take the 5-on-3. Because like the worst thing that you can do against a comp with a bunch of people trying to pick you off one at a time is just walk around and get picked off one at a time.
no offensive util, nothing to deal damage with. It's just all rifling all day from Cinder. Which quickly coming in, and Cinder gonna be the first one to fall now. DRX.
Yeah, the speed. The speed of just running at them is definitely hard for SLT to deal with because they can't really throw anything in your way.
Big question mark that they've had.
Speaking of coverage, I mean, 4 players right now here on this A site. They're expecting this aggression. They're looking to try to match it, but
what is this guy doing, man? I want to watch that again.
Here on this A site. They're expecting this.
Just dashes into the neon.
Lexi up into the air. Easy target for flashback to go ahead and snipe right out of it. We'll find one. The op going to be spotted. Not pink. Suna has it lined up. They might just be looking at another ace. Clear the clone, the drone to follow forward, but no. Another ace.
They're able to
at this point, up a player, DRX can probably freeze, reset the round. But I do agree that they should definitely just be fighting. They should definitely be fighting early, just like this, and just like, okay, there's 4 players here from SLT. I mean, take the fight, maybe?
Shots next to the repeat. Those take down flashback. DRX
now it's a little bit awkward.
Still just trying to pile in towards this site. Mako now a casualty. Cutman gone. And DRX.
Okay, maybe running into 4 people is not ideal, but certainly fighting for the mains is good.
Where SLT at this point? Got flashback with.
I mean, they literally just had 4 people on site. Yoru pushed all the way up instantly. Kind of nuts.
No armor.
Kind of nuts playstyle.
Now XC holding right outside of the smoke again. I mean, you look at the map. Mid completely given up. Got an op on one side. LP holding very aggressively.
I mean, they gamble a lot.
The real deal here isn't LP. Yeah,
they gamble a lot. It puts a lot of pressure on the attackers to kind of like figure out what the hell is going on.
Nothing noted there, but now the drone going to be spotted. I was just looking to clear that. DRX continue to.
But honestly, against this playstyle, it may actually just be correct to just 5-person hit a site. Just pick a site, hit a site as 5. So, like maybe 30% of the time, 40% of the time, they'll guess correctly and stack. But a decent amount of time, they're going to be in some like regular set, you know, 2-1-2, or they'll be in like a 3-2 or whatever. And if you just 5-person hit a site over and over, you literally play ranked, you probably win like 7 to 8 rounds in the half.
Advance forward. Fast lane sent just to try to grab this orb, so flashback will have the dimensional drift. Could just potentially be a combo alongside Bane once again.
Now SLT trying to get ahead of DRX. They already showed that Klaus TP'd because he was still pinged. But then they're ready for a potential pinch. DRX doesn't bite just yet. It's still going to be a good scout with a dimensional drift. Now flashback, what's the plan here? You can't self-flash yourself out of it. It's going to be the distraction with the Hunter's Fury once again.
Trying to line it up, but once again, those first 2 pops going to be avoided.
Big
Flashback,
duel.
kill here on an LP, but Klaus just pushes out
It's
of all.
caught,
Takes
2-2.
him down. His Hunter's Fury is
Cross map Hunter's Fury.
He gets another hit as
Holy
well. The
brawl.
first connecting on the Mako.
Holy
setting
brawl.
up Klaus to lock up the 3K. SLT close out the half ahead, 7-5.
Jesus. These rounds are so frantic. I feel for the observers in this game.
Been a little bit
SLT are just everywhere. Alright, 4-person hit for A.
From him.
Astra holding middle.
Mako, the lone defender of A.
Yeah, and look at the speed once again, making all the
They're
noise
gonna
on
show
main and
middle.
clearing mid from SLT. It's a
Teleport
good
back to
idea.
A. Execute A, maybe.
Spotted Summit. That's a nice shot,
Oh,
Mako.
they lose their A anchor, so
Down
now what do they
sexy,
do?
nice and early.
Yeah, that ruins SLT's plans entirely because now even if they go for the wraparound, they can't cover up mid or main rather.
Klaus has to be the one to try to hold this. But
Okay,
it's
Mako.
another crisp shot. Mako finds
Kind
a
of
second
ruining their
flashback.
round.
Dropping away for a brief little moment, but Cinder does manage to find him. Takes one to the chest though, so 45 health remaining on the Astra. As Mako finds a third right as the Nebula's blooming. Been revealed, but avoiding catastrophe. The shock dart will land at his feet, so never mind.
And now fairly low, but you still have a big numbers advantage, 4v2 in favor of DRX.
Gotta be able to cut past this alarm bot, but freeing
Right there. 30 seconds
staring
left.
directly into this
I
position.
know. Mako literally just said, I'm
High
winning this
ground.
pistol.
Half armor behind this.
I don't think you guys are very good.
Crosshair a little bit.
He just ran at
Swing
them
out
and killed 2 people.
wider towards the wall, so Plant now coming through. Cinder taking point.
3 people, actually.
Try to see if he can work
Last
a
player
miracle, but
standing.
Gunman will get the better of him. So down to Zuna.
Okay, good read by DRX. You know they're going to push for
All
more.
right, Edmund, whatever you
Free
say.
pick. Now what?
Just the one ghost. Similar buy that we were seeing previously.
Pretty full buy from DRX. Makes sense.
Some noise going to be made. Just to take that orb. And oh my god, how?
How are none of those hitting?
Danced around all 3 of those bullets. So close to a disaster, but able to avoid it. Peeking from Klaus. In the spot there on the freeing, who does back away to respect the range advantage that he's got with that
Okay.
headhunter compared to
Mako a
the
little bit too
nice shot.
confident from
Finds
last
one, but
round.
LP will be traded.
Go away.
But
Hyunmin's good for his own as
SLT
well
is
here on
just
main, so
walking
it's just the
around.
sharpshooters from DRX coming
They're just
online.
walking around the map right now.
Main's ready for the flank once more.
Ready
the
for
fuck
it.
is this
Anticipates
round?
it. Can't stop it. Does end up dying, but Hyunmin forces the position. Cinder backing away. The slide forward. The kill found. Hyunmin maybe looking for the
Okay, good round from DRX. Pretty weird round from SLT. There was like almost no plan. They just kind of wandered around and took duels.
Either way, he's now going to have a sheriff.
Yeah, same difference. Just gotta hit the head.
4-player mid fight from
DRX
DRX.
forces Klaus away, but now this A
Into a
side,
respread.
right
3
for the
people
take.
go
Mako
A.
fight up close. Forward into the smoke. LP able to find Hyunmin. Mako now going to be eliminated. This should be the site. Yeah, very firmly in the hands of SLT.
And look at how deep they've gone as well. All around bunker.
Spike play.
Yeah, DRX kind of gambles on middle. Doesn't
That
work.
dominant
They get
position
caught
from
trying to
LP
come back into the
DRX.
site. SLT, good
No,
timing.
never mind. Okay, never mind.
He's quick.
Good timing, good shots.
With that energy as
Okay, this is the round that really matters. Flashback gets an operator, so heavy investment from
With
DRX.
their own buy flashback, that means he's picking up an operator. He's ready for the
4-person
shot
A
here.
fight.
Big reveal. Sexy swing
First
box
blood
in behind
goes
it,
to
but it's gonna be
SLT.
equalized. The 1-for-1
Good
thus
trade
far.
by
Now traded
Bane.
up to
Flashback gets another one.
To the up.
A.
Just managed to take down Zuna.
Now, what, does SLT freeze or they just keep fighting?
And this is where SLT is going to have to start considering their options a little bit, because at some point you have to figure out how to break apart the positions in mid.
Well,
I mean,
That's
they
one
just
way to
take
do
a
it.
timing.
it certainly is. Cinder just taking it into his own hands once
They
again.
just take another timing.
LP with a nice shot. It's rid of Bane before that wall can bloom, but freeing out from stairs.
Ring is happy
Brings
to
it
duel,
back
though.
Into the advantage as Mako joins
Ring
in
is one of the
alongside.
players you don't really want to just be dueling.
Klaus at near full health. Vandal in hand.
Teleport's ready.
Imagine he goes all the way back around through mid into art and finds this double stack.
Bro, I mean, the timing would have to be 100% on his side.
Okay, DRX getting a little
Now.
suspicious. They're going to go
Slow
walking
walk
now,
through the spawn for
maybe.
him. Seems like the game plan still is going to be to try to get this spike in play in the next 30 seconds.
30 seconds
he's
Do
left.
not hear this.
A window now, enough space between him and the opposition. Start sprinting forward. He will be able to get this down on the ground.
Now, I do like the fact that DRX just isn't budging, right? You now hear it a little bit.
Yeah,
I
now
like
they
that
need to
Brink
go
is
together.
forward just to try to get some
Spacing
audio
is
there.
not good on
They don't
them.
try to get ahead of themselves and risk breaking apart the 2v1.
He's all in on this one.
I mean, the
Some of the
spacing here for
rendezvous.
DRX was pretty rough. Like, If he came and fought Fring, he could definitely
You're
pick
just
him off
hoping
for
that you
free.
get one and you swing out and
But
get
now
the
they're good.
second.
Now they just need to go together.
It's an odd
Okay.
plan.
Coordinate. Are they coordinating? Oh my god. Oh my god.
Pushes the smoke.
Oh my.
Mako will
Mako
be find the
almost
kill.
sold that round with
Solid
that smoke.
attempt, though, from Klaus. But DRX
Throws him off. He's prepared for the second. They gave you respect so long.
Gotta go.
What about Yudo? His aim isn't crisp. It is. Yudo has some of the best aim in Pacific, actually.
Gunman able to up the pace here, just have the judge, but isn't going to be able to get himself forward onto the corner quite just yet. There's a ping reveal. Pete takes him down. Set play here from DRX.
Who's next?
Quickly gets silenced. Conventional drift now out. LP scoring around this A site. Mako dead. SLT looking to regain that lead for themselves once again.
Spike planted.
Flashback, having something to say about
Okay.
it.
I kind of feel like DRX is just getting caught in
Two.
ones a
Oh,
lot.
Cinder.
And he's zoned off the site with just a judge.
That's not your favorite position. Oh, but Klaus can't make the call.
One enemy remaining.
So that
Last
Sheriff and
player
Hammond.
Oh,
standing.
big duel for
Finds the
Fring.
first
Does he
one,
get another one?
Fire the angle. Tiny bit of damage, but man,
Great timing
the
from
final
Klaus.
shot
Okay.
is crisp.
Honestly, pretty good round from DRX to come back after they just got
That turret
picked
set up.
early.
Both of the maps so far.
But I think their econ is fucked. Yeah, they're on eco now. They've got 4 ults, but they're on eco. And what do they do here?
Also going to have the time to try to get that turret set up. Find some kind of cover, some kind of eventual body block, but Klaus is having none of it.
I like the aggro chamber trip in middle, just to control all of middle, see if anybody's trying to push behind.
All right, look at flashback now.
Aggro walk and flashback.
Clearance, but can't get the kill.
Just continuing to just be so damn clean with it.
Well,
Just a
now
wep-
that
just a
completely
weapon
ruins
diff.
DRX's plans. They were hoping that the Euro would get free space and they have the 4-man stack on A. Now you're just kind of praying and hoping that you get some peaks. You're able to get the sharpshooter aim.
It feels like that's kind of been the story of this one. I mean, DRX, yeah, they are playing it close. It is neck and neck, but so many of these rounds where DRX has an idea, has something in mind, and then they lose one player off the rip, and then the entire plan has to be thrown in the trash. Sexy, though, somehow surviving this entry, down to 17 health, and then swings around the back, starting to find Mako.
One thing I will say about SLT is that
Picking up the pad.
when they decide to go, they all commit, which is one of the things that makes them very successful. It's like if they're going in, they're all going in together. So you better get some multi-fraggers. You better have some good counter utility because they will trade each other out.
Are running out of fuel that they're just not able to find.
Which of my former players do I consider the most intelligent in game? Probably Yudo or Crystal. Crystal probably.
The extra backup plans. And now this, when they know they have the momentum, this is when they start to hit mid for SLT. Bane shuts them down with a
Damn,
double, though.
nice shots from Bane.
It's an oversave for the third, not going to be greeting for that one. Happy to get the advantage and back away. 5 ults are now available here for DRX. His flashback will find Cinder, and it seems like they've at long last gotten a reprieve.
Good round from DRX.
Consistent onslaught from SLT.
And if you're SLT, if you're LP calling this team, you're scratching your head a little bit. This was the perfect time to go for a bit of a change-up on the
Oh,
default.
Un's MLP.
Spotted the elbow. LP's aware, and he's got the swing.
He's their IGL? Interesting.
It's
Okay.
Mako.
Solid little collapse in, but we can try to get past Bane.
Bane goes for his
Floats their way
timing.
as well. There is not a lick of util remaining here for this Yoru. Space for the slide across. Zuna.
Nice-ish double swing. Definitely just kind of whiffy from DRX. But they should they should win this.
If he could somehow convert this into a clutch.
With only 33 HP.
They should win
Doesn't seem
this.
likely, but he does have a
30
Hunter's
seconds
Fury as
left.
well. He's going to go for the long wraparound, but guess who's ready for it? Flashback. Understanding that Zuna wants another kill if he wants to increase his chances.
I mean, they just said the LP was the
Spots
caller,
anything
so
from Flowers, but
Revealing area.
I'm gonna assume that's the
Noted there.
case. I would assume that Chobra
Right now
knows.
coming through and Flashback not taking any chances. I mean, he knows
Yeah,
that he's
I
low,
like-
so could just try
I
to
like
go for
the
the
ult.
pop-out play. To assume that there's going to be a
I
shorty
do
behind
not
that,
like
but no,
that.
Zuna instantly finds the headshot.
That was not a good
Reading
play.
it
from
well,
Flashback.
and he gets it done!
Bro, what is Flashback doing?
Behind that, but no, Zuna, 11 must
Show me his POV.
Find
Why?
a way to have that patience.
Why did he come out there?
It's what put
What? That's how he came out of his ult?
to hide a way to have that patience. It's what
Hello?
put him at the top of the list for so many people looking for potential prospects during Ascension.
What the hell? That was a massive
That was the
troll
round
from
that DRX had to
DRX.
win to try to even things out again. Now, in theory, SLT is pretty much already on match point.
Good
about.
trade from
Blanco does
LP.
manage to make that a 1-for-1. Looks like he's also
But
just
now
looking
DRX
back
is scrambling.
into
Yeah,
A,
they're
but
gonna
it's
have to
also
run
all
A.
good.
This is a nice
That's
read
exactly
from
where they're gonna be going.
SLT.
So now you've got 3 players with that TP across the map.
This
here
is
from
very nice
Flashback.
from SLT. They show
No one
here,
has
they
been
take
at
the
the moment.
initial
You see
fight,
the
instantly
early alert
rotate to B.
system
They
and
know
that
that
turn
on
around
the
the
eco,
corner, but otherwise
facing
Freeing
a potential
quite far
series,
away.
defining point, that they're gonna over-rotate.
From far away as well.
This is a very
Just
nice
about to get a cheeky
idea.
shot. Not going to find it. Gunman, I mean, at the very... Okay, hold up. Freeing, trying to defend the site himself. Oh!
Gets himself the
Damn.
second kill.
Dude,
Does
Freeing's
take down
aim
Cinder,
is so
but Zuna
scary, man.
Still alive.
I don't know what the deal is with Freeing. Like, why is he so inconsistent? His aim is fucking insane. Like, Freeing might have the best aim in all of Pacific, to be honest. But sometimes he's just not very impactful, and I don't really know why.
Coming in, the Hunter's Fury now going to be going
Spike
through.
planted.
And the first pulse is actually completely wide.
It's also a bit too low as well.
The angle's off here, it would seem. Felt like he should have had at least a free bit of damage to try to put Zuna down low.
Go, go, go.
Who's still in a fairly committed position himself. Going to the corner, Zuna finding the first. Spotted out the second, Hyunmin up above. The fast lane, but doesn't take his exit.
Ooh, LP
LP
gets
here in the
spotted.
corners, getting whittled away at. Swings forward.
Wow,
finds the
great
kill,
decision making
flashback
from
gone.
LP.
Now
Really
Hyunmin
good decision making just to push.
to try
That
to
was
bring this
super
back
nice.
to the favor of the Hunter's Fury. He gets the first shot. Looking for the second. The Bucky will take him down. But
Super
Zuna once
nice
again,
round from
the
SLT.
last man standing.
That was really, really well
Brings
done.
back some of the early kickoff day performances that he had this year, but
Because if he doesn't push this guy right here, they definitely just get whittled down by the Heaven guy.
there's too many people.
But this completely changed how this
It's
post
just
plant
too
went.
much.
Only a lockdown here from Freeing. Mako frantically having to backpedal alone here for the moment. Tries to go back forward into the smoke, but
The trailing.
is
Oh
hit
my god.
alive.
This is actually a sick
Lockdown.
round. It's literally just, okay, we give the guy who can run and gun with knives, put him behind an invincible drone, and just run at
Here from
them.
Freeing.
And then you just
Mako
one-tap
frantically
them.
having to backpedal alone here for the moment. Tries to go back forward into the smoke, but Sexy
What a sick play.
is hitting the knives.
And then he comes out while they're dealing with the jet. Dude, I mean, this is a fucking cool round.
Two quick.
This is a great way to use the new Yor ult, actually. One more time.
Only a lockdown here from Freeing. Mako
Also, another thing that you have to really remember is that there's some weird abnormalities in Valorant. Jet footsteps are way quieter than most other agents for some reason. And on LAN, you're probably not going to hear the Jet running. You're going to hear the Yoru footsteps. You're going to know the Yoru's running at you, and you're probably going to expect there to be maybe some people trailing late and then people trying to split you from the other side. So all of a sudden, there's just a Jet running at you directly behind the Yoru.
only a lockdown here from Freeing. Mako frantically having to backpedal alone here for the moment. Tries to go back forward into the smoke, but
That's
Sexy
just sick.
is hitting the knives.
Yeah, and then he just comes out with the
Two quick
judge
kills,
while you're
LP
fighting
out
the
of
judge.
midfield,
I mean,
tripping
what a cool
Hyunmin
round.
Out of the park.
What a cool
SLT
round to end the map.
are ending this map the way they started this series, with forward aggression and dominance.
Peek him.
Shot
Peek
wide,
him.
one more knife, and he wants
Peek
to
him.
drive that
Get the
right
kill.
into
Ooh.
the forehead of Flashback. Won't be able to do so. The judge isn't going to do squat from that range. But Flashback is a world away
Good
from
luck.
a ticking bomb.
Good
This
luck.
map, this
Even if you
series
kill
is
5 people,
over.
you can't get
They're
there in time.
suffocating him out. What a way to send a message for all the Pacific teams waiting for him.
That was a
Suna
cool
will
ass
once
round.
again be the finisher. 13-8. Welcome to the Coliseum.
That was nice. That was nice. Okay. Let's go watch RRQ versus GENG.
So
I got that prediction wrong. I picked DRX. I didn't think the SLT's playstyle would work against DRX. I also picked RRQ to beat GENG because I figured that GENG's roster being kind of in flux, whereas RRQ sticking together would give them the win. So I got my 2 right yesterday. I'm gonna get both of these wrong today. Just a 50-50 scrub.
How Zinx does.
I don't know
Obviously,
shit.
a former DRX Academy player, but also does, at least as far as the role is concerned, fit the slot that Munchkin is leaving. For them. So right,
Now looking to remedy that going to the next year, but
Okay, I've never heard of this guy. I know a decent amount of the tier 2 Korean players, but I've never heard of this guy. I guess we didn't really scrim DRX Academy, so I wouldn't have seen him. But definitely going to be eyes on him. Obviously, eyes on Lakia. Eyes on Ash. Ash potentially on a new role also. This is definitely a team that is
look at GENG
doing some new stuff.
Still being led by Texture and Kara. And each other. RRQ had finally well,
but just
the entire map.
Right.
So how do you
DRX
utilize
Academy
them on the
Sentinel,
map?
yeah.
And that's in Lakia's. Now you have the coaches walk out. Jovi at the helm for the first time for RRQ. It's going to be Perry during the walkout, but we did see all 3 coaches for GENG in the arena today. So
taken away, and he likes to really abuse those vibes.
RRQ pretty way competing at to the incredible
This question, haste today. You know what I mean? To fix it,
especially for impact side.
stocks there.
A bit with
All right, we're going to Haven. Going to Haven, we've got Mirror Comps, GENG Comp versus GENG Comp. Interesting, because a couple of things. Number one, Manette, much better Neon player than Jemkin is. Jemkin, not really a Neon player. Everybody else on Comfort, but they were running the double duelist, right? They were running it was Yoru Neon before. Everyone else on the same stuff. And then you're playing GENG Comp against GENG. I mean, I guess what better way to figure out what you're doing wrong than see how GENG beats your comp? I mean, this could literally be a strat from RRQ, is play this comp against the guys who made this comp just to get a VOD on how to beat your own comp.
On this map,
That might be a good idea if that's what RRQ is doing.
Viper screen, but Texture just gets picked off.
He's just dead off the rip. Xvero was just
RRQ coach used to coach GC. Yeah, Jovi coached 100 Thieves briefly. Then he coached FlyQuest Red. He might have coached EG. I can't remember. He definitely coached a couple of Game Changers teams, including FlyQuest, and then he went to be assistant coach for Talon last year.
absolutely destroyed him with that Sheriff. Crazy guy.
Well,
right click as he swings into the corner. Does get the spot out there onto Ash.
yeah, I feel like that was supposed to be a big fake that draws a lot of time with the fast lane and toxic screen, but now you've got backup here for RRQ. It's a 3-man stack.
Spot out there. Damage going to be dealt with. Count pushing forward past that wall. Is able to find Cushing. Crazy guy will also get taken down. Moniette lining up too. However, Jemkin lines up the rest. The pistol goes the way of RRQ compared to.
Okay, so their fake gets instantly kind of ruined here. Sphero, just one tap texture.
Karon playing the Killjoy. But this is.
Wait a second, Karen's playing Killjoy. I just realized, what the hell? Whoa, I was not expecting this. I'm not gonna lie. I was talking about this so much, I just didn't even look. Karen Killjoy, Zinx Viper, Ash on Omen.
Isn't something that we've seen.
Wow. Really big changes for Gen G.
Of course, has moved on to that main controller role towards.
I mean, I guess Karen was kind of an anchor-ish, and Ash playing Omen is sort of an initiator to some extent.
At the ready from that A-Link side.
Definitely interesting.
Catches him here on the B side. Spike still being brought forward, but now it's on the floor. Another kill here for Jemkin. Looking to fast track that overdrive. Just going to be a couple charges away as he hits the halfway point. Ash forward into the smoke. Went undetected by the drone, but it's only able to find a smattering of damage rather than a kill.
And Crazy Guy's holding far back. If you
Nice round from RRQ.
The radar was dumping out
Easy
on the
defense.
Sure
All right.
The reminder he had was full of even more. He was waiting to share.
RRQ using the NA wall.
Somebody has to.
This is the Sentinels or the Loud wall, one of the two.
The toxic screen. It's one of the best ways to counter out that
G2
attacking
wall.
Viper. And then they've got their own Viper on the C
I can't remember
side
who used
as
it
well
first.
to delay. It's a solid setup.
It is, but it's a solid shot. Zinks to get himself on the board. Something on the big stage finds that second. Tries to get the transfer over
Nice
Crazy
double
Guy.
from
Not
it.
gonna be able to make that happen.
From
Not yet.
Zinks.
Peeking out of garage. Quick shot. Takes down Charon. Taking it now to a 3v3. Relay bolt not going to be connecting. As there's the spot out. Pharaoh will fall. Lakia straight back, but Moniette finds another.
It's already so much damage done against Gen G.
This is already fantastic.
This could be a really good bonus. I mean, it is a really good bonus regardless. Lakia gets caught with the drone out.
Flushed out as Moniette looks to try to seal the deal here on the bonus conversion, but he will find both to get a Google Play clutch and get Gen G their first round win, but it is at heavy cost.
Yeah, you'll
Big
take the
clutch
W
from
over
Ash,
the
holy
loss,
shit.
but it does not feel good. Meanwhile, RRQ still fairly happy about how things panned out. He originally thought that Zinks being able
Yeah, it's a loud
multiple
wall.
members of
It's a way to get the ball rolling here for.
Okay, now RQ goes to the Gen G wall with Jemkin on the scope on C. So they're basically just using the Gen G setups.
For them.
Pretty much exactly right now.
like Texture. He's been picking up a lot of the inflection that Texture has there.
We'll see if he's just as animated. Texture for now still not able to get himself on the board with a kill. Just Fury. He's going to be opened up. Built it very early from Lakia, and he does manage to take down Moniette. Texture, however, will still be traded out.
They got to
Result
reset.
into the A site. Yeah, has to maybe be second thought here. Is dropped down Paranoia connecting. Karen able to tuck back, but swing from Pharaoh here at backside, looking for a little bit more. But Gen G going to try to back away. But
Do I think Gen G can succeed next year with this roster change?
Might be reading this,
I mean, I'm a pretty big believer in their coaching staff, and they have some very good players. I think it's going to be potentially a bit of a rocky start to the year for them. But they've got talent and they've got a good structure, so I don't think they'll be bad. I don't know if they'll be as good as they have been, though.
And now, I mean, the site is already filled. You're just hoping that RQ slips up, really, and takes on the challenge.
What do I think about GE's future with Frost, and did anything stand out to you from the Spike Talks interview? Nothing really stood out. I mean, I have some inside information about stuff that I'm just obviously not going to talk about. But
with the round win, they'll still be in a very cozy position.
I mean,
so
I think
to throw a couple bodies at this just to try to get all of the rifles out.
I think that Frost is a good coach.
Nice shot from
I
Caron.
think that's been proven. I think that
that should seal the deal and dissuade RQ from pursuing any further.
he has a good track record.
Once again established, they move up 3-1.
But I also just think that Pacific is going to be really hard to win in.
That they're going for these executes on A. But the moment that you
So we'll see. I mean,
the first blood, there's not really an opening. They get slowed down so much, and a big part of it is texture.
I'm a little bit confused about the roster construction, to be honest, as far as roles go. But we'll see what happens, I guess.
Well, Pit now available here for Moniette.
I'm just not entirely sure like what the plan is with the roles and the comps, but they definitely have good players. But yeah, like I said, it's just like Pacific is very hard. It was super hard last year. It's going to be very hard again this year. And if he can make it happen, if he can get them to playoffs and get them to an international, then yeah, I think it's pretty clear that he's like one of the best coaches in the world. I already think that he's good.
Positioned on B, looks like he's just going to go for some pre-fire through the window, but won't have anybody there to receive the damage.
Here's a little spam alongside the dart to try to catch a lucky kill. Oh, Cushy.
Charon's just able to avoid these
Barely.
shots here. Dancing around that outlaw.
Yeah, at the very least took out the turret.
What
though,
you meant
so
from this year
it
to
does
next?
require Jemkin to stay on the C site.
See how this goes.
I'm not as down on
Received weapons in
Sentinels
the
as
picture.
other people are.
It's a
I feel
Vandal,
like
which
Sentinels is going to be
we
good this year.
go for playing the Neon.
Yeah, and then Charon holding the other one. So eventually they're going to try to push and pull like they are right now. Keep RRQ on a back foot of the default.
I feel like Sentinels is a little bit of
They
a
go as
dark
fine,
horse.
But look at RRQ re-aggressive.
I think people
This
think
is a
they're going to
good
be bad,
re-clear,
but
and they get the kill.
I think people forget that Narrate
Talk about
was a
obviously just with
duelist.
the classic.
Like,
This is a
Narrate
bit of a rough
Duelist
spot. Push
is
forward, throw it
very
over the
good.
top of Nano Swarm towards default to try to interrupt the plan as Ash goes in. He does manage to clear that out. So Lance is in here for Gen G. Player disadvantage.
who do I think the other
You know,
person is besides
you go
Crystal
for this
staying? I
retake.
mean, I know what the roster is, but I'm not going to say
push
what
out
it
and
is.
take a risk and get kills because otherwise you're on lower numbers right now.
Going at the ready. Ash going to be trading one back. Fight not deep enough. Texture finds a tiny little pocket to tuck into. Keep himself protected. And now does manage to strike. Crazy guy going to be taken down, but Jemkin turns around quickly there with the overdrive in hand. Zaps him to death, and Ash just ground into a fine paste by that Nano Swarm.
I mean,
Yeah,
RRQ
trying
is
to
dealing
pull back
pretty
another
well
kill,
with what
just
Gen D is
pushing
doing.
down to 11, but can't find anything more than that. RRQ now up 4-1.
Yeah, it always
Pretty low on Liquid. What is the Liquid roster next year? I completely forget. I know that they lost Kiko and they kicked Patatek, right? Did they release Patatek? What is the team? What is their roster? Have they even announced anybody? I have no idea who's on Liquid.
Now the op continues in Jemkin's hand. This time going to be peeking out of A, the spam through mid as well, keeping Gen G in
Okay, I'm being very serious. I think that RQ is literally playing this comp to get notes from Gen G on how to beat this comp. Because they are straight up ripping the entire Gen G playbook.
really tied.
Like, this is exactly how Munchkin
Now
plays.
the op continues in Jemkin's hand.
He always spams this from this exact position. He spams here, takes a step over here, spams again. And then he rotates with his molly to either defend this push or come over here and defend this push, or he'll flood to C off off the contact from the turret. I'm like 99% sure that RQ is literally just being like, hey, Gen G, tell us what you think is the best way to beat your comp.
This time going to be peeking out of A, the spam
This is very
through mid
interesting.
As well, keeping Gen G entirely tied up, yet to find solid success in any of the sites.
Texture
Jimmy,
landing out a critical fight. Jemkin struck
big
down.
whiff.
Now lost it long. Smoke
Minibu,
to try to
Kamo,
escort forward and
Net,
recover this one.
Nats,
Crazy
Wayne.
guys
Oh
considered
yeah,
going for it. We got
Wayne
Texas
is
here on
going
the
to
jump
look
peek,
good.
and I think he
Holy
spotted him.
shit.
Yes, he certainly has, but the bullets.
How much do they have to
Fully
pay
connecting.
motive for that guy?
Yeah, I mean, it almost feels like Texture's Phantom was the only one that wasn't patched in.
Chronicle
right now.
is not
Crazy
going to
barely
Liquid,
taking any
bro.
damage, but
Chronicle's
he'll
on
save the op.
Vitality.
Now, I was going to say I would love to see Charon try to get some more
Shados is also
information,
not going to
but instead of
Liquid.
waiting for him to get the
He's on
information first,
Gentlemates,
just
right?
Go for the full rotate and leave the lurk from Zinx. Doesn't get spotted. There's still some big
slide away.
yeah, there's still some big question marks on main, because RRQ has no idea if there's one extra person left in main or not.
So push forward to the garage doors. They hear the nano, they clear it. The alarm bot still waiting there, but with the clear of the util, bells have already been sounded here. Is everything taken away from this setup of Xfero? Pushes forward through the smoke to try to find a pick. He's unable to find it, and then Zink's now striking on
Wayne
that
is very
lurk.
good, yes.
Finding Manya in transit towards C.
Ah,
Good
Shados is
map
KC,
calls
that's
coming in
right.
from
I knew it was a
Akia
French
for the
team.
Gen G squad on this one. The post-plant positions aren't bad either.
Wayne
Once on
is
site,
a
they can
young
combine with
Singaporean
the
player
from not
who
checking the flank for Zinx.
Darion told
But
me
lesson
about
learned,
last
Xfero's
year, and said that
always
he
one
was
step
the next
behind
step
you.
in Singapore. And I was asking GE to get
Kill.
Wayne for like
More
6
costly,
months,
slow the roll of
but
the
his
economy,
buyout
but
was too high.
RQ still in a strong position. Could try to make a go of this one, but push forward into the smoke locket. Able to find one. Charon gets the other. That's the op now down on the floor once again as Crazy Guy not able to hold on to it. Sparrow's gonna try to maybe recover it, but we'll just send Karen packing back away. But
okay, GENG finally gets the second round.
So the dominant first kill from Texture still leave a back.
One thing about this is if RRQ is trying to get notes from GENG on how to beat this comp, the main problem is that there are 3 players in different roles that are gonna be playing. Actually, 4 players in different roles, so it's gonna be played a little bit differently, I would imagine.
Oh, there's the Odin.
oh,
I was missing it for a little while.
Yeah, he'll be
having
an
such a
import
good
for Team
tournament.
Liquid.
It's all ruined now.
Yep.
Throw it in the bin.
Because she's bringing it out. As it's a 4-player push up into A lobby. Seems like GENG very cautious about this. So you'll have to just go ahead and back away. But
RRQ doing what we did against this comp. 4 players just sit in lobby, and eventually they come back to you, or you push behind them if they go C.
Zinx could be in trouble.
Triple walking. You're not supposed to go yet.
Money and striking. We'll be able to
They
peel
didn't-
back
they didn't do
kill,
that
but Lakia
correctly.
at range will find 2 of his own. That leaves now just
Not the correct way to do that setup.
Further off to and get
fine.
Good response from GENG. GENG has seen us do this against them.
Yeah, yeah.
They know
Warming up
exactly
his reactions, revving up
how
that
to react to
engine.
that, I think.
Full sheriffs here for RRQ.
4-person mid walk from RRQ.
On the Jemkin off the rip. Just this counter spam through. This Texture now sliding out into window. Finds Crazy Guy alone and isolated. The top of the B site.
Generally, you wouldn't want to take the risk.
Is Zinx doing? He's just holding? Must be just holding. Thinking maybe he's doing a lineup. No, he's just holding.
Out when
Okay.
you know there's multiple people there, but you were ready for the trade. You had the neon slide. So they're able to not only get information, but take the frag themselves for GENG. And they're still waiting. Look at this. They're just goading RRQ to getting impatient, saying, you don't have information. You have to make a move. And guess what? They will. They'll start creeping out again.
Quad push
Another
now.
4-person
Still that
mid
alarm bot
push.
situated inside window. Should
What's
hear
the
it.
timing
Now
like?
has it
Okay,
spotted.
alarm bot important. Karen. Oh boy.
Karen just jumping across.
The alarm bot saving
Turret
GENG.
up, so can't place that for the early
Absolutely
alert, but we'll be
saving them.
watching the back angle, but swings off of that.
Okay.
This Texture actually sends the overdrive.
Oh,
and
the
there's a
timing from
shot.
Karen. Uh-oh.
Karen dead, right?
That's a
Tries to
gun.
go for the setup. Texture now swooping in from sewer, but
No damage for
spot
Texture with the
to be had
ults.
is Pit is going to be dropped as well,
They
but it's
pit
cutting off the complete
CT,
wrong
and
angle, so
Spike.
there's no one
Spike
there.
is not in the pit.
Obviously now GENG's starting to realize this one is
Maybe it
Hunter's
won't matter.
Fury is going to be committed by Cushy.
I mean, this is a lot of commitment
Hunter's
for
Fury
RRQ.
from Cushy
Both
is pretty
sides.
terrible there.
2 ults from GENG, but they're at least the ones who are looking like they're going
Pretty terrible ult from
Sparrow
Cushy.
can really put this Vandal to use. And Lakia
Lakia gets
scoops
4
up
with the outlaw.
He
Okay.
comes up,
See that fragging IG.
he's round, so
His first time. The other getting screwed up of GENG. Did you know?
the other player.
Yes.
Okay, 4 rounds. No, not in a row. 3 rounds in a row for GENG. RQ losing momentum. They buy the operator for Jemkin, put him on C. Turret placed B. Nobody babysitting
Yeah, we asked
Jemkin at all.
Could just have
Pillow for.
one of the desks at the global shows
Hit
be
for
slightly lower than
A
the others, I
short.
suppose.
There you go.
This is not a pit you see very often,
You know, Secret Lab ones that are supposed to be like fully adjustable as well as the chairs.
Yeah.
but I don't mind it.
Use
Pit
technology.
for
They're
short,
off being able to find that.
alarm bot for A, and then everybody leaves the Viper.
Oh, crazy guy
If
just
Zinx
putting his eyes on it. Look
was
at his position already. He's ready to try to
a
back
total
away.
Chad, he would just go walking up A long, I think.
Wants to take the fight to him.
Spot the elbow. Chiron just backing off for the moment. GENG. I just want to play this out a little bit.
One thing I will say is
patiently,
I'm a
see if
little
we can
worried
find
about
some
GENG
RQ.
playing this comp without
Trying
Munchkin
to
on the
make first
Viper.
move.
But I
Shao,
suppose
the
Solo
drone.
should be able to teach
Gonna be
Zinx how
coming
to
in,
play.
but spot too much, nor will GENG's. All banked down before it really makes its way into the garage whatsoever. Slide forward though, Texture looking for the catch, finds it.
Great
Cushy.
entry from Texture.
Struck down.
Perfect
They
timing.
get that kill, and they're just happy to back away.
Yep, forces
Yeah, you drew
pressure over
attention.
towards C. Now
they
they're
have
going
to
to
have
hit
their eyes
B
set
where
on
they
the
can
C
use the
side. That's
Viper
what
wall for
GENG's thinking,
post
and
plant.
They're going to shake up B again before still
But
making
they'll
a move
probably
on
send
B for
Zinx to
their
break
flank.
this alarm bot before they go. Maybe? Nope, they're just going to go.
Tendencies of
Okay.
Jemkin. where he likes to play with that operator.
They're gonna come back to the Viper.
Reading it well,
Ooh, what do they do now? Wait, are they gonna commit to this? I guess they have to. Only 19 seconds left.
In the pit. Like you said, time is starting to tick. 14 seconds remaining.
Ooh, I feel like Xfiro. I feel like this is a mistake. Xfiro should definitely just ult here. If Xfiro ults here, I think they just win this round.
To play with that operator. Reading it well.
Like, regardless of whether they're coming B or A, I think you just ult here and you just win the round automatically.
At the same time, he's got a good amount of space forward here at long. They know that there's still a Viper in the pit. Like you said, time is starting to tick. 14 seconds remaining. Spotted a one, Xfiro so far forward though, it means that he can't try to go in for the lockdown, but Moniette's still here, finds one crazy guy, takes out Texture.
Oh, crazy guy.
Shot there on the lock, he's just gonna go swooping forward.
Nice double.
They all line up for him. Crazy guy and Jim.
Guess it's gonna work out for RRQ.
Versus Karon, who sets up the turret, they know exactly where he's at.
But I
Bounce
feel
relay,
like
stun, but no scale forward.
I feel like they could have played this
Double
better.
base in.
Do I think it would be better for Foxy to get back so he can play full Sentinel? They can bench Ash, but carry on smoke and select. I mean, I feel like Ash is very good. I don't know why. I don't know anything about Zinc, so I don't know why you would pick him over Ash.
Feels like this was a bit of an overcooked round from GENG.
I feel like Ash is a very good player.
You know, you want to draw out the top.
But I don't know.
So to be very healthy for them as Jemkin plays patiently.
Nice pick from
for a little bit of
Jemkin.
a wider shot, a clearer angle. Texture does get taken down off the rip once again. Push forward, Karon with a great adjust. There's the turret into a kill onto Xfiro. Now sets up the lockdown.
Ulting Garage. Are they going to try and break this?
Site, but
They are. They want to fight for the space. I kind of like this call from RRQ. Instant reaction. Go break that shit. Everybody listens. Perfect timing. Really nice reaction from RRQ. This was very nice.
And Zinx. Realistically, with nothing more to
I
do
like how
in this
instant
round,
that
but to try to
was.
save.
They must have even talked about that pre-round maybe. Like, hey, if they come ults, just go break that shit in Garage. So that was an instantaneous decision to go do that. That was super nice.
Look at this. Good read from RRQ. Moves the operator over to the A side, which is exactly where GENG wants to hit.
Okay. Looking for maybe some shenanigans. It's a bait with a smoke onto A.
We need Zinx for double duelist comp. You'll see in map 2 and 3. Okay, interesting.
Arrives on the back of B site.
Well, you guys are you're spoiling me. You're cheating.
Have a very good idea of this.
Yeah, they've
You're coming at me with hypotheticals, and I don't have complete information.
Just too many corners. Check while Texture's working the other side of the map.
Yeah, I mean, just actually playing the entirety of the map at the moment here are GENG. And now with Texture's entry onto A, RQ's like, well, where's the spike gonna go? So Jemkin comes slinking back in, does catch him in the corner. Ash trying to get set up for that interception, but just gets the spot, backs out. TP's into the back of sight. Finds Crazy Guy as well. Okay, the play call here from GENG looking fantastic as they're immediately on the hunt, looking to try to take down this Neon. And Karon's got him pinned in. Great round call here from GENG.
Okay, GENG fights back.
From the minimap, but I'm sure Crazy Guy actually was able to ever hard clear that heaven position because of the smoke and the ult use.
It's been a pretty nice half from both teams,
like
actually.
GENG able to cause so much confusion. They play off it brilliantly, but can they do it again?
Ask me again at the end of the series. All right.
They look to try to tie this up 6-6 at the half.
Have I talked about Patman potentially going to GE? I don't know anything about that. Like, is that for real? Is that an actual rumor? Or people just saying that's where he should go? I don't know. I only know that Envy's rumored to go to Paper X, which means Patman is benched or off the team. I don't know.
Cushing just going to be sending out the drone, so Texture will back away.
Well, trying to draw out some util over on the B side.
Still that lockdown for Xfiro, but still the Hunter's Fury from Lakia as well, but he's the one with the spike in hand.
And now tosses it over, and ideally for GENG, you were trying to bait out that lockdown, and they actually do! After all this delay?
Oh my goodness, okay. Well, nothing else, RRQ wanted to try to
Xfiro got
GENG
fucking
elsewhere.
cooked.
With that, they absolutely kind of
His
had.
brain got cooked.
now the exec gets ready to come in as Lockyer just says,
Maybe
okay,
Lockyer
this
is
one,
the
see if he can
GOAT.
find anything,
Who
and he
needs
does. Xpero
Munchkin?
gonna be taken down.
What a fake.
Push forward here from Cushy, but cannot win the fight.
Okay,
Up and
good
over top of the
trades,
box, so
but
is Crazy Guy. As the time
trades,
is
no
gone.
time.
The round is over.
No time. All right, pretty good half from RRQ, honestly. GENG not looking as crisp as they normally do on this map. I will say that. They definitely did not look as well drilled as they normally do, which makes a lot of sense because all of their players are on uncomfortable roles, basically, except for Texture and Lakia. What happened to DRX versus SLT? SLT snowballed the fuck out of DRX on map number 1. Probably would have lost if DRX hadn't lost the first half, like 10-2. And then it was a pretty close match on Sunset. But, or sorry, on Pearl. Pretty close match on Pearl. But Flashback basically trolled around where they should have won 100%. And they lost like a really important round where Flashback like completely trolled with a Yoru ult. And they lost because of that.
Brilliance into some very puzzling, time-wasting plays, you could say, I suppose. Early damage found Montiette down to a sliver. Sends him to bite. He might be the one finding the kill, but it's going to be Ash taking the first.
Huge brawl for A-Man.
Huge
brawl for A-Man.
Gets the follow-up on the Crazy Guy. Just Xpero now with the Sheriff in hand, trying to see if he can bail himself out. 2 players.
Somehow RRQ lost every duel.
The spike is now a world away.
Yeah, and you've got Charon watching the other side right in mid.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of DRX getting cooked by SLT is that SLT just had to grind for months to be in their peak form. DRX probably has been on vacation because they're not changing their roster, so they probably have just been on vacation
Guardian meta still going to be living on
up until fairly recently.
Just the 2. That Stinger and some pistols. The quick hit, getting ready to come in. Zing spotting out one. That's Jemkin. Absolutely stranded and dead. Texture arriving. Does manage to find Montiette with the trade.
Both teams tried to go B on pistol.
And that has a full pivot here from RRQ.
RRQ literally just running the GENG playbook.
Into back sight, instantly finds the headshot onto Xpero.
I think SLT is looking good enough to compete in internationals.
Xpero's able to collect.
No.
Now suddenly,
I don't.
just the 2 Guardians to try to see if you can turn
I
this
think
one
they're
around.
too
Otherwise,
chaotic.
RRQ are going to pull off a thrifty.
Yeah, now
They're too
RRQ's
chaotic of a
position isn't
team,
that great, though.
but
just too
they're
classy
definitely
and a stinger
entertaining to
long range
watch,
to the post plant.
and
They
they
Xpero all the way
definitely
around
could
through
upset
Garage.
a lot of teams, I think.
Close that gap a bit, but
I don't think they'll be
This is still
consistent
risky
enough to
running
get
through
it
Garage,
internationals,
all the
but
way
I
through
think
B.
they definitely have upset
I
potential
don't think
against
you have time
most
for
of the
this
teams
one.
in Pacific.
uses held to half.
They hear him.
I think they should have. Yeah, the swing in. Lockyer finds the shutdown there. Push forward from Texture. But he's just getting overwhelmed, and it's all now down to Lockyer, who's holding for the defuse.
No, can't spin it. Can't spin it. Cushy
It's
wins.
Wrong. Then you've got Xpero just spin his way to a
Damn.
defuse. Just draws enough time.
They get thrifted.
Trying to spin his way to a defuse. Doesn't quite come together.
Which region is looking stronger for upcoming VCT, Pacific or Americas? I'm slightly leaning Americas as being better this year, but I think it's going to be close, and I think Pacific is going to be good also.
Their masters are pulling off the thrifties, but I'm not sure if we're going to be seeing that one here.
I'm slightly leaning Americas though at this
Some
point.
things you'd like to keep the same. See if GENG's able to.
Would I be down to watch the BO1
But
between Vitality
overall,
and
so
Eternal
far in
Fire?
this map, I know it's just the first map, but it does feel. Oh, whoa!
Maybe. Probably not though on stream. I might
what a
watch it on
shot
my own
from
time,
Lakia.
but I think I'm just gonna stream these 2 games,
Okay.
and then I
He
need
still
to
got it.
He
go
still
do some
got
other
it.
stuff.
He's been training.
Saw the head there.
I'll watch Project Blender once it gets down to like the
Just go
playoffs.
ahead, send out the drone
I don't
tracking
think I'm
device,
gonna
get
have
the
time to
numbers,
watch
and
the
we'll hear all that
matches
gunfire.
early on.
Right here.
Still not sure if you want to call over all your teammates on the GENG side to the A site, though.
It's just the 2, but they're going to pull away from sewers, double up on this main angle. The wall gets raised, smoke cycled forward here, but Jemkin not really going to be dismayed
I
by
assume
that.
Vitality cooked them,
Lockyer
right?
is fishing for anything that he can
Or
give.
no?
It's not going to be much of anything. Really Bolt going to be sent over, gets the catch, I just do believe. Tucks in behind the box, gets
Wow,
blinded
Eternal
up,
Fire
eventually
won.
flushed out.
Holy shit. Okay. I mean, they've got some good players on their
Yeah, it
team.
should just be about the round here. 2 sheriffs only.
Looks like Sayonara kind of fed.
One
That's
of the
not
elimination
surprising.
There does eventually get the headshot on the Crazy Guy,
Chronicle
falls to
Veto?
20 health.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I say that.
Immediately Rotate down, swap
Maybe
the
I will
weapon.
watch it.
Hands that one over to Ash.
Maybe I will watch it.
Just trying to be the
Let's
tip of the
focus
spear
on
with
this
that.
first, though.
Scout out the site, get some information here for his teammates.
Fnatic versus
right
T1
into
tomorrow.
heaven.
Yeah, it should be a good one. I wish Boaster was
I'm
there.
starting
I
to get
think
away from
T1's
them,
gonna win.
The push comes through, jump around the corner.
I don't know if you guys were
For one, but
anybody who
looking for the fourth. Will
Jesus.
have it.
Anybody who wasn't here yesterday,
Shut
I made a bold
Dork
prediction that I think
behind
T1's going to be the best team in the league next year. I think Meteor's going to be the best player in Pacific.
This could be the difference maker.
Oh, backs away. Right as the ult comes through, and that's going to be Lockett down.
Oh, but that just shifts everything for GENG. Right, you're losing control of A. Now you look at the minimap. Everyone shifted over to that side. RRQ.
That's the
wants
thing,
some
though,
to
is
explore
like
the C
in
side.
these off-season events, especially as these teams are like just coming together, I kind of don't care. Like,
This is where
I
Huron
kind of
might
don't
start
care
to
how they
contest
look. I
it.
kind of don't care about the
Hands around
results because
Veto, but he's gonna take a safe
having been in a
position.
team, I know
agree
how
with
fucking
overall from a
shit
macro
your team can
perspective.
look
Hey, if they
like
come
when
C,
you
all we
first
wanna
come
know is
together,
that
and
they've
then in
taken
like
over
2-3
the site.
weeks,
Don't
how
have the
much better
members
you can
take
look.
control of it. We can't fight it right now. You gotta cut
Like
your
week
losses
to
if
week,
you're GENG.
early on in a team's development is
Managed to get
so
the
hit
nano
and
off,
miss.
but it's only going to be tiny little bits of damage dealt to the players of RRQ. Now go for the full assault here onto the C side. Paranoia thrown across. Caron does get his vision back, but Cushy swoops around. She's completely surrounded. Given that you have this operator, it's going to be a 3-player save for GENG as RRQ hit double digits.
Okay, RQ just
Yeah,
hit C.
Man,
And
I
he
mean,
knows
Caron
you can't
playing on
retake
both
against this with the operator.
Kush
They
gonna be able to
save.
run this
All
better.
right. Genji timeout. What's the
Gonna ace
adjustment?
and-
RQ is just farming notes right now. Okay, Genji calls a timeout when they're losing on defense. How do they adjust? What's their new setup? Looks like they're going to put texture over here again. All right, just taking notes. If I'm Jovi, I'm just taking
With the
fucking
match.
notes.
The coordinates of the Holy Grail.
How do I think Zekken and Osbos on the same team will look? I think it's going to be pretty
That's spam
nuts, to be
keep
honest.
The attackers at bay. Make sure that
Zekken
they
likes
can't
to go
make
in.
early
He doesn't
moves,
like
but when you
opping.
off that
Osbos
GG,
likes to
where you
bait a
take
little
that
bit.
space, where
He
you can
likes
get a little
opping.
bit more information. These are the questions you have to solve for.
Now it's just defaulting, but Xfero catches the
But
shot.
I don't know if they'll play
Once
double
again,
duelist or whether they'll have
that
Zekken
starts
be
to
flexing.
cause this
I assume
shift
he'll be
here for
flexing.
GENG. They now have that weaker side of the map, so they have to shift players over.
And the recon right after on A. I mean, it's kind of in a mistiming. Sure, you see the neon.
Texture in a fairly committed position. Now their own drone getting ready to fly through. Backs away to try to avoid this one. Hasn't been spotted, but splits the difference between the two players.
Veto
Field
is
not
able to
found.
destroy Viper Orb when it's
Backhand,
in the air,
reaggresses,
yes.
finds the shot. Jemkin down.
So if you put a Veto Orb
for
where
a little
somebody
bit
throws a
more.
lineup,
Does,
you
and
can
Crazy
zap their
Guy
Viper Orb as they throw
absolutely
it to their
punishes him
lineup
for his
every round
hubris.
if you want to.
Yeah, had to swing a bit too far wide. The flick's not quite there for texture. And then they go for a little control of the B side. I mean, RRQ is just pushing and pulling GENG at all ends of the map.
I mean, they've kind of given you a freebie, I would think, because, okay, Lockya.
You can kill the projectile of the orb with the Veto interceptor. You can't zap it when it's on and on the ground.
Sitting here with
but
the
you can
Hunter's
definitely
Fury.
kill the orb while it's
They're
flying
playing
through
for
the air.
time.
I mean, yeah, they want to try to dissuade this if they can, but it's on the swing. Can't get the kill onto Xfero. He survives. Lockdown available. And he's
All right, I mean,
might just send this.
yeah,
Gonna
Genji
be the
without
most necessary
Munchkin.
here is Lockya frantically looking for a
Maybe
kill,
not
but
as good
those
as they
shots
used
come
to
through,
be.
Seems like he will just go ahead and commit it, and maybe it's for good
We'll see.
reason.
Very early
He's
days
coming up
though.
with the two, but I just don't think he's going to be able to get anything.
Their Haven definitely looks a lot
To
sloppier.
do that.
You're running out of time. You're running out of opportunities here for GENG. Texture changing it up. Gets himself forward. There's no alarm bot in mid. Might just be able to find a godly
Great timing
here.
from Texture.
He swings around.
Heavy
Again,
rotate A though.
Just working his way over towards
He's
garage.
looking the
but
wrong way. Okay, they smoke C.
Oh,
Surely,
doesn't see anybody.
but as soon as
surely he
checks
thinks they're
in
going C.
towards
Hello?
long, he's going to know,
Oh.
but well, okay, now they pretty much should anyway.
He's being careful, checking behind him
Texture's
first.
eyes.
Wow, they're even
Right over
droning.
towards
They
C.
really
Caron
think that
able to
somebody's
dodge. The
lurking
Paranoia
here.
playing very far forward, very committed.
Oh,
Pivot to
Karan.
find the second kill there.
Karan.
Xfero will be able to trade one back.
There's
Not
no
bringing
way.
out, but there's still this approach.
Exactly.
Texture still coming in around this back on the flank. The Guardian at range could absolutely be their undoing, but he needs a strike now.
Oh,
He finds
Texture,
first,
the
but can't
whiff.
find the second. You
The
see the
whiff.
frustration, the hands in the air.
Spike planted.
Spike is now playing an RQ
Enemy remaining.
with an opportunity in the hands of Monyet. A 1v2 Lakia with just a classic in hand. Weapon still a world away. He's got a recon, but Monyet
Ooh, good trade.
does not have.
Good trade from
Get him
Zinx.
advantage.
All right, 11-7. I still think RQ should win this map.
The rookie years.
Texture revealed.
Can't dodge it.
Tuck himself out of sight, but that's the immediate abandon of the plan here from RRQ. A quick pivot, sprinting their way over towards C. Zinxo, however, finds the intercept. That's Xfero gone. They're
You're
still
a
gonna
bit too
try to
early
get
on
onto
the
this
lurk
one.
there.
Eventually, Gemkid just going to be sliding past that snake bite, but he's here in the opening. Count on at back plat. Eventually,
Whose orb is this? This is Zinx's orb.
Kid just going to be sliding past that snake bite, but he's here in the opening. Count on at back plat, able to find the kill. Tries to go for the setup there on the lockdown, thinks better of it, holds it for the moment. The swing out, finds another shot.
Caron
finds the third,
Down, C.
and Zinx will get the cleanup. GENG.
Just at opposite end. This is, oh boy.
Nice. So much damage, bro.
Honestly.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
this is peak.
He did
Overdrive,
so much
Texture
damage with the
sliding
Odin.
away. Manya's down to 1 health, by the way. As Ash is going to get caught. However, the Odin doesn't actually find the kill on Manya.
Kinda trolling a little bit.
Texture, and suddenly we're
Hello?
in a very wishy-washy situation. Karan, however, didn't use the
How are they about to lose this
now
round?
Has it, sends it before they can try to get the plant in play. Swing out from
It's a one-way, trust
Trying to
me.
catch and kill.
Last
Look
player
at this
standing.
rotation
It's
call.
a one-way for a
Look at
fucking
Caron, he's
NBA
ahead of it.
player.
That's the one I was talking about. He is all the way out here into.
Okay, Genji might actually come back and win this. RQ's got to call timeout.
It's likely going to be some pre-fire into window again. Zlakia changing up, puts himself onto the opposite side of the map, and let's find a tiny little bit of damage
Got
here.
the spam
Crazy
angles
guy.
down for sure. Careful,
Trying to
crazy
counter
guy.
spam him, but well, good luck.
Yeah, they're not able to really land
What's RQ gonna
shots.
do now?
But they will force him away from that position.
Definitely struggling on attack a bit.
Drone now leading the charge. With the reveal, yeah, has to back away. Far too risky to stick around.
So RQ's first step, disrupt the C side, eliminate some of that Killjoy util. Not sure if Jemkin would have heard the turret through the corners. Well, he should be able to. Not sure if he was paying attention to it.
By the way, does anybody know? I assume Warbirds
Odin's
is staying
still
at
here, and that's
RQ
really throwing a
as
wrench in
assistant
RQ's
coach,
plans.
but I didn't see him in the booth, so I
Smoke
don't
over
actually
onto the
know.
C-Link, fast entry attempted here, but Paranoia holds them back for the moment. Push forward, Zinx gets himself out in the mid.
Oh,
Finds
the
Cushy, puts the spike down
transfer,
on the
get
floor,
out of
but
there.
Cannot escape.
Oh.
Ball bank shots is going to be there, and Jemkin.
Ooh, Lakia
Lakia
swinging with the
lined up.
Odin. It's dangerous.
Shot connects. Ash now the one to try to hold the line, but jump peek from Jemkin's able to spot him. Gets over to the side, slides away from the Paranoia.
Ash looks pretty
Ash's
uncomfortable
head
on
clean up,
Omen.
but Karon still anchoring.
Down, C.
We'll find
He
two,
looks
but
pretty
Texture now.
uncomfortable on Omen, not
All
gonna
alone.
lie.
The aforementioned
Gonna
overdrive
need some
still in the back
time.
pocket for him. So they're creeping forward, but how do you really try to isolate this? You can't.
Okay, good round from RQ. Genji, not a very good round from them. I feel like Lakia didn't really need to swing that. Garage, Ash,
As
pretty bad
here
paranoia.
from Crazy Guy.
Gets caught out with utility.
Cancel.
He just jumped from in front of a lobby to in front of his spawn on the C
VLR
side, so
Curl says
trying to make
Warbirds
them
is still
think
there.
and look
Okay,
at
he
this,
might
it's
just
forcing them
be
to have to try to clear
not
over
at
towards
this
spawn.
event or
And
something.
even then, that
Or maybe
backside
he is and the
position
camera didn't
likely
catch him.
still going to be a question mark for them.
I probably could just watch the walkout and see. Holy
Karon
Karen.
manages to find three!
Spike down, C.
Oh, and like flies into a spider's web. RRQ just laying right in front
Why is
of his
Karen not an
fangs.
Omen? I'll give you my theory after this
Now
round.
here within the smoke, but pretty much all
Oh
angles
boy.
covered.
Okay, so I think the reasoning
Will fall. Genji.
for Genji to make this move
Still
is that
some fight left in him. Looking to
Ash
take this into OT.
is a bit of a supportive
what.
player
It's definitely clear that Karon's been studying their VODs from 2025 because those are some
Karon
shades.
is a bit more of like a, hey, I'll anchor stuff with my body.
Foxy 9 and this.
So yeah, I think specifically a play like this is exactly how Foxy 9 plays this spot. And I think that Karon is probably just a 1-for-1 better player than Foxy 9. So if you put Karon in a lot of situations where he has to multi-frag, that's kind of what he already did on Omen. But you can have him do that on a Sentinel, and then Ash can kind of play the supportive role on Smokes, so he can kind of initiate when he's playing Omen, but then he can also kind of sit back and like bait and play clutch like he did on Sova, but on Smokes. I think that's probably what they're thinking. I don't know if they'll keep this setup. Maybe they will, maybe they won't.
Around the poison orb set up for him. He's able to just continue to widen the angle.
I just think that probably Ash doesn't fit as well in the Sentinel role as Karon does.
Survives all the way up to the third kill even.
Caronia.
That's me, Karon.
Built a little bit different, I suppose. Pit now going to be invested here from Zinx. Walks off the B site. Not wanting any access here for RRQ. As they go for the Sheriff Thrifty. They use the wall, slide across in towards sewers. For the moment, it's just Ash boosted up on top of the box.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. I don't know why they want Zinx, but you guys keep saying that I just need to watch next 2 maps, and then I'll know why they want Zinx.
Ash is left alone.
So, let's be patient, chat.
Relay bolted. Oh, Chepkin, the smooth criminal. Sliding across with a headshot.
The sliding deagle shot
Damn,
is
it's
criminal.
Crazy guy down to 30. Gets his way into the corner, but still a player advantage. The operator recovered. Handed to Xpharaoh. Looks like he's just going to go for the peek.
Karon Chamber. I mean, Karon with the Headhunter is scary.
Death for Gen G.
Karon has one of the best sheriffs in the world.
Gone.
Giving him a Headhunter every round is kind of nuts.
Here on the corner. Unable to find the flick. Now gets rid of one, but Chepkin is just so damn deadly. Now the overdrive.
Jimmy.
It's a lockdown in play.
Jimmy.
He's trying to flush them out. He's trying to get them out of the sight. But he's swinging it early. Does win the fight that he absolutely needed to.
Big cat.
Just Fury coming through in the time. This is pretty much already gone. Would have to fully stick it, but Jeffkin's right there.
Okay.
Closes it out with
so good map from RQ. Definitely a bit sloppy from Gen G. Lots of weird roll stuff for them. Pretty weird to see them losing on Haven, their own comp against their own comp, but
and Veto's one where I'm
we'll
just
see what
like,
happens. Ooh, veto.
Avoid that.
We get some veto. I haven't seen anybody play veto yet. I didn't really watch the Game Changers games with veto in it. Karon veto, Xpharaoh veto. Zinx on Waylay. Texture Yoru. Wow, we have some really interesting stuff going on. This makes a lot of sense. I'm not surprised these guys are leaning into this combo. Seems good. It's good on this map for sure. Wow, this is going to be an interesting one.
Be crazy.
Okay, give me 1 second. I need to go check on my dog. She's been outside for a couple hours. Be right back. Did I watch GCC in general? I only watched a few of the games, actually. It was happening over the Thanksgiving holiday, and so I was with family for most of that.
Yeah, I'll go back to playing, the Tejo. It's been looking good. Now that you kind of have like the normalized util and everything like that. Nope, he's playing Breach, which is a bit of a rarer sight when it comes down to Abyss.
Yeah.
I still don't think I've seen anyone get ulted off the map by Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, I don't think it definitely hasn't happened in Tier 1, I don't think.
Yeah, not that I can recall.
We're waiting for it.
Maybe today's the day.
Yeah, I mean, it did get smaller. the Rolling Thunder did get smaller.
That is
so
very true.
It's a little tougher.
It was one of my first thoughts, though, when we unveiled Abyss back at Master Shanghai.
Yeah.
Doing the show match, but still haven't seen it. Maybe this is going to be the time. I don't know. I also just don't know what to expect at all from either of these compositions. I just know that I'm excited to watch it. So let's go ahead and get into map 2. See if RRQ are just going to be closing this one out nice and easy. Continuing to have the upper hand over GENG in 2025, or if GENG can take this a distance, get over to split.
All right, I'm really curious to see how these guys are using Veto, because
Veto
Veto is an agent that I think needs quite a bit of cooking to be good with.
If it's going to be
Okay, initial setup. Escape teleport, interceptor behind a wall that can zap like a lot of darts that come through here. And that is it for util on the pistol.
something that they stick with, or if it's something they're experimenting with here during the SVO. GENG is going to be on the attack.
You forgot that family is something that people care about? Yeah.
To load up, RRQ on defense. Don't get confused with the double vetoes here.
Yep. Quick little refract back as Jefferson's going to be taken down.
A little fake.
Shouldn't have the HUD up here shortly for you. There you go.
Little fake from GENG.
Where's the HUD? HUD up here shortly for you.
They throw the interceptor through.
Oh, there's people in the chat going, where's the HUD? But for now, Dust's going to settle. It's just going to be a little bit of damage suffered here by Zinx and Charon, but kill in their favor. And now a pivot across as word comes in from Zinx saying it's been all quiet on this B side of the map.
And they leave the trip here for the reclear and go hit B. Ooh, did they read this? No, this is... This is definitely like, we haven't played this map that many times since the change. They were totally unaware that somebody could be here.
Down to 40. Just trying to make it a little bit easier for their future endeavor as Rocket goes out because she's trying to get him there with that salvo, but change up on the plant spot from Lakia. Does mean that he ends up getting stranded a little bit. Charon able to find Crazy Guy, finds a third, and Texture will collect the final two. Pistol.
Right, just do them. I feel like Texture should be good at Yoru. I feel like if they spend a decent amount of time, I feel like he could be very, very good at Yoru. It fits how he likes to play the game, I think.
Seems like he's still in a good mood.
Yeah, singing his favorite song, asking for a gun pickup.
He's got a Marshall in hand. Charon does have one as well. Texture going to look to try to play them in. And there you go, chest shot. Jemkin's going to be taken down. Okay. Crazy Guy living up to the name.
Okay, so far, we basically just have chamber setups with Veto, which
Not there, but
I have some thoughts about.
Quick adjust, finding Vanya in mid. Gets rid of Big Sparrow as well. Clean shots off the Marshall. Spot looking for the hip fire. Texture will fall. A dink onto Zinx. Kill not to be. This Crazy Guy is going to go ahead and bring this round to an end. Brutal. Landing on the rocks.
No, I don't celebrate it as a holiday.
Quickly for all of us.
It's just the easiest way to explain it to people where I don't know where they're from.
5-0 start for him.
Yeah, briefly.
Not everybody knows what Thanksgiving is.
Chamber look like, you know?
Yeah, there was a
So I
world
just
where
call
that
it a
was gonna
holiday.
be played here
It's
on this
easier.
map. It was a thought that had crossed my mind. They've evolved into Guardians.
Okay, first full buy with Veto. Again, chamber teleport, interceptor, standard trip. This is very uncreative and pretty basic, but we'll see how effective it is.
Hold on for Zinx as well. As for now, it's just Charon alone. A little bit of a Veto standoff on B as wow. Okay, it was just full timing.
Yeah, hard read on it. I guess Astra knows how Astra plays. Knows that the team's going to want to use that dissipate.
Lakia now. I mean, Moniette is just destroying them.
Anyone else want to cross?
Yeah.
Anyone else want to cross the smoke?
This is the Nebula of Death, apparently. Charon now.
Okay, pretty bad round from GENG.
Lingered towards B. Solid
Just
catch
3
from Sparrow.
individual picks.
Let's RRQ in a very good position. Now just the 2 players left standing Ash and Texture to try to see if they can put a dent in this, or if it's just going to be
Ash
flawless.
probably
You know, the Vandal and the Guardian.
maybe
so
tries
they
to
can even
save
get
the
just one
Vandal.
kill each. It's not the end of the world for Gen G. It's about an even ending.
Still thrown into A main. Should give RRQ all the info that they really need to start repositioning over towards this B side of the map.
30 seconds left.
They'll have this. Okay,
Nice
never
shot.
mind. Setup's gone.
Well, yeah, it's a free site now. They'll still be
Eh.
cautious entering in.
Not a great
Note
teleport
that
by
an interceptor
Texture.
has been set up as well. Keep that in mind for the future rounds. Spike planted, and look at Ash moving forward. 2v4, so you want to get those kills as early as possible. Not the best angle for multi-kills, but he'll work it as much as he can. A crossfire set up.
There's the smoke. The footsteps now going to be heard. And just a
Oh,
little
big
bit
whiff
fragile.
from
Texture now
Ash.
swooping in around the back.
Nice
Able to
shot
find
by
one, swaps
Texture.
the weapons immediately.
Good
He's
teleport out.
Over
Okay.
here onto the site, but they have no
Cooking a
idea
little bit.
where he's gone
Oh,
to.
gets
Now
one.
manages to strike.
Okay, he can isolate.
Texture, it would have to be an ace clutch.
Yeah, he can isolate.
He's looking for it. Jemkin.
Oh, almost had that.
Hit the spike.
Okay.
You know, duels and
Yeah, more dangerous than it needed to be for RRQ.
Surely he started feeling it. Now going into the buy.
Okay, again, we've got double teleport position. So he can either fall back to here or here. I think this is a little bit better. Again, interceptor and
Dimensional drift online.
exactly. He's got his ultimate.
interesting. I kind of feel like this interceptor should be placed back here because the most common place for the dart to land is going to be here. There's also a lot of utility that gets thrown into this back area. That's just
They
me.
can go very aggressive with this. Still trying to just bait out some information initially. Use it for
What is this trip?
He started.
exactly. He's got his ultimate. They
Karen just threw a trip to here? But why?
can go very aggressive with this. Still trying to just bait out some information
It doesn't
initially.
even catch anything.
Use it for
You
Wow.
can just walk
Yeah.
by that trip. It must be a fucked up
Player
lineup or
RRQ, they
something.
don't want him to counter in mid. Jemkin with a clean one tap.
Now if you take a look at the minimap, Charon trying to work the other side, especially now that you've lost power in mid. That B side doesn't feel so safe anymore unless you can push out forward. So he's looking to see if there's any peek outs, see if he can catch an early peek, early catch on the A side. And RRQ is patient, drone out in mid, spots two again and says, okay, they're still split, they're not stacked just yet. With only 50 seconds left on the clock. Now it's going to be A, but during that time, we see another star added in from Monette. He's prepared for the eventual push in.
Very well set up to try to dissuade this. Now the saturate.
Really nice saturate from
Jumping over the
Jemkin.
top there for Sinks, and he does manage to find Monette. Takes him
But
down, draws the shorty, and Sinks
they're
kind of goes
kind of
crazy
just running
here.
them down.
Back.
Did Karen use
Set up
his...
the-
Yeah, he did. Interesting. Okay. So they star smoke here. Karen throws his teleport into the star and then teleports like an
Now the
omen
saturate going to be lobbed in. Dash jumping over the top there for Sinks, and he does
into the recall star. That's kind of cool tech.
manage to find Monette. Takes him down, draws the shorty, and Sinks kind of goes crazy here at backside.
Spike down.
Being said
A.
though, Jem getting crazy, guys. Still able to find some value. Jemkin just going to be sliding away here, waiting for the reinforcements to get a bit closer, given that he's down to 21 health. Charon chasing forward, hunting a bit here. Would love to try to get rid of this waylay. Nice and early. Tries to go with a
Ooh,
wide
tries
swing. and
the
Jemkin
wide swing.
absolutely
Not
destroys.
gonna happen.
And now, the
Not gonna
Blacks is
happen.
Not gonna be able
Nice
to go
shot
for
by
it. Doesn't
Zinx.
have the time, and Jemkin.
All right,
Eventually
2-2.
finishing off the final kill as, but Zinx, I mean, whoa, okay, what in the world, a nice. But Zinx, I mean,
Bruh.
whoa, okay, what in the world, a nice little dodge with a triple Lutz.
Look, I mean,
Oh my goodness.
just wanted to double check it because I was pretty certain that he had never played the Waylay. I was correct in that, but he's also never played a duelist
Yeah.
in a trackable game. Suspect that he's got
Okay.
plenty
It's
of
like an
experience
A
playing
default
solo queue, but
for Gen G on the eco.
damn clean for a guy who's
I'm
showing
curious
off
to
the
see
first time.
Texture's ult usage
Played
with
Cypher,
Yoru.
Vice, Viper,
He's a true sentinel.
AJ, yeah, it's just pure Senti. Well, he's one away from a convergent paths, but Jemkin does have his online. Currently situated on the opposite side of the map, where Ash is just trying to see if there's going to be any forward push out from the B side defenders. to be seen though, so Gen G is going to start getting clustered up, ready to strike onto A.
This is one of the best ways I think that Gen G can try to get a little bit more of that advantage.
Thrown in, up and over to the side, saturate towards backside. Has one yet pushed away for now. After shuck into the corner, looking to just try to flush him out. Just gonna be a minor tap.
Okay, so that's just their entry plays. Basically like the Omen Jet entry, but with Veto and Waylay. Great shot from Cushy.
Cleared just for safety measures. Is Lockett able to backpedal.
Okay, what can Ash do? Just has a classic, can't do nothing. Can't do anything.
Prepared for the shot.
You gotta, if you just have to delay, that's when the backup arrives.
How about we make it that you can destroy the stars, but they all, each and every single one has the same health as a barrier mesh.
Yeah, I mean, so far I'm seeing basically no value from the Veto on attack other than this entry. Which I don't mind. I think the entry is kind of cool. Okay, also I do want to note just the Veto usage here. So Veto anchoring backside has the ability to teleport here, and then from here he can just run and teleport to here to do a fast rotation. So this is kind of my theory. I'll give you guys a few a few Veto things after this map or after this series of kind of how I'm thinking about it if I have time. I have an eye doctor appointment in a few hours, so I might need to go after this series is over. But I do want to cover Veto at some point on stream because I have some ideas that I've been working on that I think are kind of interesting, and we'll see whether any teams think the same as me.
Honestly, I think Veto players would take that. Looking
to push our way forward here onto the A side, a little bit pace here from Gen G. On yet here at Heaven, ready for a pre-fire, and oh, Ziggs backpedals right into it. Wasn't even the intended target. Spike does get planted. Lockheed does have a Hunter's Fury.
Yeah, that's a nice Veto.
TP's out as well.
Texture able to find one. Crazy guy gone.
Ooh, that was kind of nice from Karen. So what does he negate here? He negates the Teo missile. And then he gets convergent paths and teleports back into main. So he eats a bunch of utility and gets out. It's nice.
He's out as well.
Texture able to find one. Crazy guy gone. Cosmic Divide is committed here, but now the Dimensional Drift goes in just so they can have full vision. Shock Dart lobbed in. Gravity Well going to be sent. Monyet able to find one. The Shock Dart connecting. Monyet taken down, and now it's all in Xpero. The 1v2. Hunter's Fury going to be committed. Xpero desperately trying to find the angle.
Lakia, bro.
Hop away out towards safety.
Lakia.
Not quite there,
oh no.
The shot is
But
Xpero will take
no time left. Okay, 3-3. I was not clean from Gen G, but they'll take the win.
It's probably going to be slightly favorable to Gen G. I mean, yes, 2 ultimates committed, but did get 2 out of RRQ plus the win.
Yeah, but look at this Outlaw looking to get so much value.
Oh,
everyone's on that
Asher dead.
Does get
Ooh.
tagged.
Good jiggle.
Down to 42.
Usually Jemkin's good for those.
No of it so far here for Ash.
Immediate reaction from Gen G to re-clear this. They pushed out so
deposit
far
the
on the side of
Veto.
RRQ that Gen G knows if they don't at least put some counter pressure on this, they have zero control of the map.
Yeah, but they haven't re-cleared anything.
Check the box, especially if Jemkin purposely baits from the site.
Yeah, they have not re-cleared anything here. This is kind of a nice setup from RRQ.
To this, so maybe a decent read on the trap, because one of the things that you can do with the Veto is play in those forward angles. You've got that cross cut to just go ahead and try to TP out.
But the bigger thing for RRQ is they know they haven't fully come back to B, so they can stack 3 people on A.
Okay, all of Heaven gets opened up potentially.
Away from Sabushi, not going to get caught by that one. Monyet going to be stunned up. Crazy guys there with a bailout.
This exec was not pretty.
A kill apiece.
Not a good exec here.
One found on the flank as well. Xpero trying to join in. Quickly just get intercepted. Gen G now going to be sprinting over towards this B site, but
with your Waylay, I would expect a strong Abyss attack side. Yeah.
See the cognizance here in case the pump fake. Monyet does go for the late linger, but with the spot there on Delakia. Knows the going to be the commitment, but Lafayette finds one hell of a shot.
10 seconds
Not,
left.
or rather,
I'm
the
kind
armor
of surprised
gets
at how much
him, but he is
emphasis they're
stunned
putting
up,
in like
taken
A
down.
main.
Cushy has this
I
on
feel like
the
against the RRQ comp and also with the Yoruwele, they should be abusing mid a lot more. I feel like they're not playing mid nearly enough.
and it's full classics.
Like just having the veto come stand middle every round is not what you want to be doing with this comp. I don't think.
Basically, no investments really here from the side of GENG. I mean, at Borderline, thought they were just going to jump off the side of the map.
I mean, hey, you're not going to be able to get some frags. We'll see how the first duel goes and if they make up their mind afterwards. Should be noted that Ash also having a bit of trouble logging into this map. 0 kills so far. 5 deaths.
Things already doing some damage, just trying to get across there.
And he's spotted and he's stuck. Got a bit of a suspicion on his position.
Jemkin sliding forward. I wonder if maybe they try to cause a distraction and have him jump around the backside. Clear of that, but Jemkin just continues to play forward, finds the second shot, Lockheed dead, and Zinx has to use the dash just to go for the exit.
Okay, just another eco round going the way of RRQ.
Block off the vision so the spike can be recovered. Second, where he swings back in and acts a bit.
There's no way.
Deaths, it was this.
Okay, 5-3. Please do more mid stuff, GENG.
Could be a major make or break round here for GENG. Jemkin up front, just clearing out the trap. Decides to back away with that.
Yeah,
This
dude.
time, it's going to be a committed full re-clear from GENG. The trap once again set by RRQ.
Does it work?
Behind the pillar. They try to go for
Okay,
this.
good re-clear through middle by RRQ.
Trying to protect Xpero's position. The drop down, quick little refract.
No. Okay. They definitely need Jemkin to be playing more aggressively on this trap. This is way too rough of a position to try and be facing the window upwards and then spin and teleport. There's just no way.
The drop down, quick little refract. And they managed to get the punish.
There's no way.
Before he could use the crosscut to get out to safety.
Jemkin needs to be making a lot more noise, drawing a lot more attention for that to work.
Last time around.
Sometimes you gotta wonder about how desperately quickly they wanted to try to clear out that drone. What are they hiding? What are they protecting? A decent little sus out here from them. Smoke's now starting to fall. Karen able to find one. Gets the other two.
Okay. Not a great setup from RRQ, honestly. Good decisive call from GENG, but I think the way RRQ set that up was never gonna work.
All the information on the B side.
Here's when we see this evolution come through from Xpero. It's been online for quite some time.
Yeah.
That is true. The fact that he's not using this ability is kind of crazy to me.
Hasn't really just fully needed to use it. Karen is about to lap him as far as all builds are concerned.
I do like this changeup. You just now put the veto in mid. You're looking with a breach for extra delay power if you spot an attack coming onto the B side. And meanwhile, you've got 3 members who can shift quite flexibly in mid.
Right on the rope. There's the spot. There's the kill. Jemkin.
Okay.
Really taken down.
Ooh, Karen.
Exit.
Wow, he gets a second one. That's crazy.
Dialed in. It's the reload.
3.
Double tap. Xpero gone.
3 people gifting him kills with the outlaw.
Crew here in round 10.
All right, this round is over.
He's just trying to bait him with some music here. He just says, please be quiet.
I was
finally, GENG goes middle.
Try to steal it away from him,
Instantly gets an opener.
Stole Texture's last attempt to get an ace at a global event.
Oh, they're so funny.
Oh,
Zinx.
Maybe it's Zinx's opportunity.
Farming.
He's pursuing. He's looking for a little bit more.
Oh, what?
Give him the
He's
ace.
on for the ace, Monyet.
Give him the
He's
ace.
hightailing out of there. You can imagine Texture.
Give him the ace.
He's trying to flood his ears, but Monyet, he stops him. A wry smile. Good.
That's
Professional.
funny.
Double. And this
Come on, yeah, you troll,
Oh, it's
bro.
so good, but we're right into the action. Dimensional drift here from Texture, but it's a very empty sight of the moment from the RRQ. Easy guy should have been spotted there, but now trying to get everybody into position. One charge away from having a rolling thunder.
Karen just playing aggressively with the evolution on makes sense.
Pass as well.
GENG's kept the distance.
You're just gonna eat all the util. So, I mean, it's pretty strong. Pretty
one.
strong.
Is in play,
Ooh, he gets
right
killed though.
By that.
I mean, that is so crazy that he can just be standing here and like, if there's any support for this at all, or if he hits that first shot.
Down right off the rim. Texture now going to be flushed out as well. Bush coming through. Zinx only able to find the one before getting traded back.
Hero
and now
back
it's
to
going
full
to be the
HP.
player
Wait, he
advantage
can't be pulled. He can't be pulled off the
Shocks
spike.
available. We can get a kill off of that one. Maybe we get him the Hunter's Fury.
The
But now
shocks are not going to do any damage, bro. He's invincible.
As the darts go in, but they do not deal damage.
Yep. All right, 6-6 half. That's kind of sick. All right, let's see what GENG has cooked up with the veto. So far, none of the veto stuff has been very impressive to me.
A bit more mobile on the map, breathe some new life into this composition.
It's going to be quad walk down mid, only to find no one home. Instead, RRQ, very much finding the same thing here at A. Little TP across Texture, joining in from tower.
Monette is in Narnia right
Find
now.
some damage, but just going to be Cushy getting tagged once.
They're going to go chase him.
Consequential.
He's going to buy so much time.
Rush forward, Monette surrounded.
Oh no!
Yeah, he just won them the rounds. Yeah, they can't do that.
Pieces here for GENG.
They can't do that. As soon as they see him here, they need to just turn around and go through vents, I think. Or like smoke this off and just go this way. You can't go hunt this guy. You just lose the round automatically.
Saturate does go through, and Jemkin.
Okay, double pistol for RRQ, or did GENG win the first pistol? I guess GENG won the first pistol.
Sure. Silent drop. Turn to the flash. Stealth drone going to be sent forward though. Instantly gets the spot and immediately makes some exits. Solid
good
read
open
here
for Texture.
From RRQ that is a very quick scope from Xfero.
And you want to try to re-clear this, but you don't have too many choices if you're Lakia. Oh, just the string of luck that Lakia has to have Xfero off that angle.
Okay, I'm sure that eventually we're gonna get this shit optimized, but if possible, you should never place this on the ground because you can put it like on the ceiling in like random spots like this, like up here, and it has the detection range to like hit people who are below you. So you can like put it on top of this and it will shoot people as they come through.
Set up here. Yep. Pulled right back over, but saturate into the smoke. Caron just having to wait that out, having to sit here and listen to all these players rotating in, and Ash immediately losing his life as Jemkin is at bottom.
Okay, easy anti-eco.
Of the map. They're not the ones with the Yoru. So GENG has a couple more options.
Okay, what's the veto setup for GENG? We've got Interceptor here around the corner with a trip, escape teleport. Second teleport has not been bought because he didn't have enough money. So only one teleport, and it's just used like a chamber.
How they want to move about on their macro.
Texture's going to be the one to try to hold this down, but just got a phantom to this outlaw here of Xfero. Granted, one shot won't kill him unless it's the headshot.
Thankfully.
Oh, well.
Wow.
Well, he did get hit, but he finds the headshot on the back end, so Xfero
Nice
takes
shot
it
by
down.
Texture.
Very clean hit there from
Both teams have just been doing this veto shit here. Contacting middle.
Texture.
Just play chamber.
Yeah, like you said, thankfully he's one of
Just
the
play
few
chamber
with
if you're
full
going to do
armor.
this.
So now they get to keep stack, and during that time, Zinx takes over a forward position in mid. So good map control overall. Drone out on A main as well. That's all the information they need, especially
Nice
after
position
this
from
cutoff.
Zinx.
Expecting that second layer, but there's none to be found. So the saturate goes out. No avail. Ash on the push forward, though. He get done by Cushy.
Okay, 4v3.
Now, opportunity for RRQ to get the plant and try to get entrenched.
How much
here
damage
for
can they do on this
post-plant.
bonus? Can they
One on
win?
one, the pre-fire attempt.
Texture's
One,
low.
but there's a spot. Caron is now
Okay.
dead. A 3v3. Texture still at 10 HP. Push forward, Texture still able to find value though, because she's going to be taken
Wow,
down.
okay.
Now two players here on the side is Texture.
Dude, Texture is just winning them
Crazy
around.
with the kill, and Monette looks to clutch it.
Oh my
And
goodness.
he's got it done.
That's pretty bad from Lakia and Zinx. Especially Lakia, that's
again.
really bad from him.
Just whittle away as Mon.
Really come into his own in this year.
On hearing this entry. Sees the
Okay,
gun
I
barrel.
like it.
Oh
No, he forgot.
Hearing this
no! Went to his
Wait.
zone in this year.
Oh, his teleport got blown up.
On hearing this entry. Sees the gun barrel.
Wait, what happened to his teleport? Did he get blown up by... He must have gotten blown up by a missile.
On hearing this entry.
Yeah, I got blown up by a Teo
Sees the
missile.
gun barrel.
Oh no!
That's funny.
Well,
Down B.
At least you didn't give an ult orb.
that's true.
Oh, I'm not saying that Abyss is a bad veto map, but if you're playing it how these teams are playing it, then I don't think you should be playing veto. You should just be playing chamber.
We can blame that on playing a new agent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I definitely think that this is a good map for veto.
Out there.
You might want to hit the raw. Just as they need to. From RRQ, surgical, all covering the angles they need to, and now they've got two big ultimates as well: the Cosmic Divide and the Armageddon to break open this B site once more.
The stealth drone. Texture going to be stunned up. Convergent paths sent over, connecting on the Lockheed Tower. For the moment, though, GENG able to hold the line and try to dissuade them. Cushy, the only one who's really made his way forward here onto the site. Hot flash going forward. It's the full connection. And as the Armageddon
Weird
gonna
that
be
Cushy
sent,
is the
zones
furthest
Ash
one
back
in
away.
as the
Cosmic
Teo.
Divide now going to be coming through, and Cushy
This whole-
is able to find
this whole
Lockheed
team
after
is
all.
just baiting him.
Texture, a very labored spray, eventually connecting there onto Crazy Guy. but
It's
just
a
a
huge
bloodbath.
brawl. Zinx
Suddenly, two
repositions. They
players
can't
standing,
hear where he
on
is.
both sides,
Veto
Spike
coming
still being
over.
brought forward. Cosmic
Waylay
Divide still
Veto
holding, but
versus
getting ready
Waylay
to
Veto.
expire.
Oh, it's gonna open up.
Dropping. Both players
Oh.
out into the open, but Jemkin wins the fight here from
I
on
think he
high.
wins both
Six
of
finds
these.
the
Yeah, he's
headshot.
got the high ground. He should win this.
Finds himself in a 1v1 against the Terminator himself. Tap at the plant. Both playing a bit of ring around the rosy here.
30
Jemkin
Jemkin doesn't have enough time to go, so
trying to play this
Zinx knows
patiently,
he
but
has to
Zinx
end here.
Not moving a muscle.
You
plan.
ult. Yes, you do.
Sends out the convergent paths, but does not connect. Jemkin able to avoid it. Up and over the top he
Oh,
goes.
the
and
time, the
Zinx
movement.
gets the Google Play clutch to rally GENG back
Gets that close.
standing.
Switch up
very far forward.
from GENG.
Yeah, I'll just show one thing. This is one thing I've been trying out with Veto that I think is probably pretty good. It's very busy in the pre-round. So it's like you have to be like knife out instantly doing this shit. So round starts, you immediately throw down a teleport. Right? You spawn, this is on defense. You instantly throw down a teleport and then you run here. You put a teleport here. You teleport here, pick this one up, run over here. Then you put your chokehold wherever on the choke point. Then you put your teleport here. Then you play here. And you put your interceptor like below the thing here. So it can't be seen. And I mean, I guess you could put your chokehold like this, maybe it would be better. And then you just play here. So you've got a teleport. You can play off your interceptor, and you basically like hold this line. You hold here, and then you can play off your chokehold here. You can play this whole area. If they hit, or if they're going A, you can teleport here, and then you can run here. And actually, this needs to be like right here. And then you can teleport from here to here without having to cross middle, and then you can be at A. So it's like it takes it takes like every single second of your pre-round time to do this, but I feel like this is pretty good value. Yeah, run, teleport, pick up, run over here, place teleport, and then you play over here, teleport, and then you can safely teleport from here to here without having to cross middle and expose yourself. That's one thing I was trying out that I think is pretty good. And then the other one is you can put a teleport directly here so that you face exactly into the teleport. So you don't have to move your crosshair at all. And then if they come here, you can shoot and teleport. And usually you have enough time to escape. If you line this up perfectly, then you don't have to move your crosshair at all, and you can just sit there with the judge and take a shot and then teleport out.
Out very far forward, Refract going to be taken out towards safety, up and over the top there goes Jemkin, but he himself looking to try to get out. He's able to do so, but the rest of the team is just into the meat grinder. His texture will find 3, and that's going to
GENG just absolutely fucked them in man here.
And I do love the fact that GENG do not overreact to the waylay here. That's something that a lot of players and teams are going to have to get used to. It's saying, we can let it pass. It takes a little time for the waylay to land, and then you turn. Good mood.
I feel like
anyway.
the utility from the breach is probably not very optimal there.
You're back in good moods to get another round victory.
3 sheriffs and a guardian now. Key ult advantages here, though, for GENG. As he's just slotting up, able to find Xfero is just peeking on that corner. Drone eventually gets cleared up by Jemkin. And Crazy Guy.
Okay.
Opens up the A side a
Karen
little bit.
goes
Obviously, the
down.
rest of his players quite far away.
Good fill by Lakia. I do like what GENG's doing here. I think Sova playing in vents is one of the best things that you can do on this map. The drone coming out of here is so much more impactful than the drone coming out this way. I feel like this drone out A main is fucking terrible.
Lakia arrives at tower and is able to shut it down.
It's usually
oh my god, okay,
yuck.
that's the one, but then eventually
Ew.
end up getting hindered as Lakia swoops in.
Ew.
Falls to 5 HP. Jemkin now with the Guardian in hand, and this is where you really have to think about your movements if you're GENG.
They are a little bit split. They run the risk of giving a bunch of 1v1s, so I would love to see at least 2 of them group up, which they will eventually.
Okay. Solid run from GENG. Other than this,
On the track.
other than that, we won't spend too much time on the whiff. It's all good.
The evolution, though, still for Xfero. Crazy Guy now with the Rolling Thunder online.
Yeah, so immediately they're waiting for a push out since they called a timeout. Otherwise, trying to see if there's reaction in mid. They aren't going to give it up right away, though. So that does mean there is the risk of fast rotates from GENG.
Texture's just giving his up.
Huh.
I was playing in front of A, and he's
Who's calling for
back
GENG?
across.
From what I understand, it's
Lakia
Lakia.
alongside that drone, but Rolling Thunder towards tower. Forces Lakia away, but he immediately opens up with the Hunter's Fury, looking for a kill, looking for a tag, and will be able to find it. Crazy Guy going to be taken out.
Well, at least the Rolling Thunder was used to get them onto the site.
Do I think Breach is as bad as TMV believes him to be?
Like
I think he's pretty bad on certain maps that he gets played a lot on, and I think he's pretty good on other maps. As an overall agent, I think he is
still standing, still breathing.
Okay.
2 kills before Karen's finally able to shut him down and bring it to a 3v3.
And functions
Texture,
best
however,
when you put him in a comp
they try to rescale,
kind of
has
like
the
this.
It doesn't have a head mod yet, takes it clean off because she gets traded at the same time. Sparrow looking for the elimination, softens him up.
I think one of the main problems with Breach
on the peak.
is that he just kind of like gets thrown into a lot of comps where he's not actually that good. And I think the most egregious thing about Breach is like, we just talk about Haven, right? Breach was played on this map forever. He's still being played on this map. And the main reason he's played on this map is for this, right? It's for his stun lineup for A control. And the thing about this is like, in theory, yes, controlling this is really important. But spending a 45-second cooldown that is your best defensive ability instantly at the start of the round just for control of this part of the map where the other team can kind of just like avoid it and then re-clear this with utility, to me is kind of bad. And then what ends up happening is now if they go here, if they go here, if they go here, your Breach can't really help. So I think the fact that like, especially in like the Viper meta, any team still playing Breach in the Viper meta, I think is just making the game harder to play.
I think at least a third or a
Also,
fourth
yeah, he did
getting
get
it from
nerfed. He got nerfed
now
because
one away from
Teo
getting
was
up the
good,
match point. Texture,
which is really funny.
Operator still in hand.
And then he got nerfed again when they nerfed all the ult sizes.
Drops down, convergent path is there, but he still has the shot, reads it beautifully as Jemkin.
Okay,
does end up
Texture
falling.
Yoru
That's the
on
spot
B with
on
the
multiple
op
dash.
seems
Dips
good.
into the
Ash
smoke.
playing
Sparrow
aggro.
just ends up getting
Holy
bounced up.
shit,
Ash
he's
looking
just
for third,
running
cannot
around
find
killing
it.
people.
Spike down.
Texture with a second. Gen G immediately
Okay.
reply back.
First,
A nice round from Gen G.
At SVL itself, Spade prepares for the shot, lands it.
Spike down.
With that slowdown, Ash takes his opportunity and missed the.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Zinx looks pretty good. His aim looks really sharp.
No real economy. This should be Gen G tying it up.
Need that back.
It is only Zinx with a Vandal. The B site itself, you have a little bit of support from Ash.
The dash forward. Quick little bounce out. Ash on the pre-fire, able to find some good damage on him on yet. Turns back, spots one, but eventually he's going to be overwhelmed. Weapon not going to be recoverable, but it's still good amount of damage done. Protection now arrived. Finds one. The cross got the quick scope.
Sphero, what are you
Shuts
doing,
down the
my guy?
veto. Turns back to find Monyet. Gets the spot. Wants the kill and cannot get it. Still just going to be missed.
Crazy APM from Texture.
Yeah, it looks like it. RRQ scratched their head. Stratbook not coming out.
Yeah, RRQ's attack has looked a little rough.
Out this match.
Their execs have looked a little rough.
Texture at 25 kills. Zinx falling short behind with 22.
Silent drops the rope.
I really don't think they're getting any value from the veto.
That'd be enough to force the refract. Some control of mid. Afforded over to RRQ, but Zinx is still lingering nearby enough.
Yeah, they have to push forward so Zinx doesn't get any ideas.
Panicked on the peak. The other salvo sent the flush him out into the open. Fantastically done from Cushy. Jemkin, of course, is able to collect the headshot.
And now they can reset if they wish, but if they're gonna go, they gotta go pretty quick.
Pushing in towards Ash. Quick little dissipate.
Oh,
Spots
no.
the one.
Down mid.
Manages to make it back around the corner. The saturate there. I think it might have just connected, I should say. It has, but
Last
Ash
player standing.
snappy with that headshot, but
Nice shots.
settling. It's just Texture now.
Okay, kind of a nice brawl in mid by RRQ. Works out very well. Can Texture win?
Does have a dimensional drift if a crazy guy goes sprint out in the open.
Anyone else?
Okay, catches one person on the flank.
And this crazy guy goes sprinting forward onto the side, but this has afforded him a weapon. Does have a dimensional drift if he really wanted to try to just scout this one out. Makes the gate crash, draws some attention, pushes forward, gets the spot, gets the headshot.
That's bad
Now
from
it's just
Monyet.
crazy guy with 11 HP, and Texture has the kill.
More than one person has been caught
Defuse
jumping
in
up here.
hand,
I feel like this
Gen G
is
get up to map point.
RRQ was supposed to win this
a bit of
round.
a trap. Bit of a
They
trap.
figured it out. They caught it. That Texture's just one step too quick. Able to
Yeah, this was a good
catch
round from RRQ until
back.
One enemy remaining.
they got
Never
too
really
aggro in the
stopped
post plant.
scaling.
No.
All that mid skirmishing and positioning was being gained. Closing
Doing
he was just pushing out of A main with that op.
exactly. That op's been doing work, and he continues to have it in his hands.
One round away from closing this out and sending us a split. Two
Okay,
kills
double.
away from dropping
Ooh,
30.
Texture should be in
Bit
trouble.
of a rough spot.
Oh no! Oh no!
He didn't get it.
No, the suppressed continues to have it in his hands.
One round away.
He's suppressed for 8 seconds or whatever it
Closing
is.
this out and sending us a split.
He
Two
tries to
kills
fall
away
back,
from
realizes he's gonna
dropping
get
30.
caught.
Texture.
He's in the Teo util. He's like, I wonder if I can just survive long enough jumping
A
off
little bit of a rough
to
spot.
teleport out. Goes for the jump around, misses the jump. And then his suppress is gonna end like a quarter of a second too late for him to teleport out.
Oh no! Oh no!
He didn't get it.
No, the suppress.
Okay, well,
That's
use
really
that,
funny.
so maybe not going to be dropping 30. We'll see, though, if this comes to an end. Yes, it will. The Giga Crossfires.
No.
They have no
The
utility to
suppress.
come through the
Okay.
smoke with?
Well, couldn't use that.
They've got a stun and a missile from Cushy. They've got a saturate from Jemkin.
So maybe not going to be dropping
They just try to 1, 2,
30.
3.
We'll see, though, if this comes to an end. Yes,
What?
it will.
The scaling is
The
not
Giga
great, and
Crossfire
they get
set up
totally
On
sprayed.
A main. Is locked.
Banger map.
What was DRX versus SLT like? DRX looked kind of sloppy on map number 1. SLT ran them over, snowballed them pretty hard. Map 2 was very scrappy back and forth. And DRX kind of trolled at the end. but SLT kind of just looked a little bit sharper individually.
To play the attacking side, how to break through.
Looks like it's going to be a salvo off the rip here.
Yeah, looks like it. Just keeping them at bay.
Okay, real quick, take a look at this. Waylay Yoru again, no veto. Lakia on the Tejo. Karen back to Viper. Ash still on the Omen. Okay, very interesting. And then over here, pretty standard. Munyet on the Waylay, Jemkin on the Yoru.
Back a peek here from the ramp. Drone now immediately going to be cleared out. Arrowhead was at the ready. Munyet swinging forward, just get met with a stun. Sinks into heaven. Able to get the spot, but Ash is back with that refract. Texture out into the open.
Yuck.
Finds some damage. Kill's not going to be found, but
So many whips.
Cushy and Munyet both
5-person retake.
Yeah, so while it's a 5v5 RQ, oh, I was gonna say had decent positions, but they get taken down.
Swooping forward, but Cushy, clean taps, able to find
Cushy
two
is
despite the low health.
Clean with it.
Zinx.
Oh, hello?
Found here.
Okay,
Trying to
that's
go on to find two despite
that's a rookie play. 3v3, we're walking into enemy
The low
spawn
health.
and you take out your knife. Come on, man. Just keep your gun out. The knife walking speed is not going to help you save this round.
And Zinx, we found here, trying to go on this little walkabout back in towards heaven. And Jemkin disconnected back into spawn, able to take him down. Leaving now just Lakia and Karan to try to clutch it out. Damage
Nice
found,
timing
headshot
by
there, but
Lakia.
Lakia tagged to 34, some more damage on to Cushy.
Oh.
Isolates it down into a 1v1. The swing it
Oh
around
my
and
goodness.
And oh, the Lakia Valorant, he is back.
Oh my
Gets
goodness.
himself a Google Play clutch.
That's a
to
pretty bad
start
loss for
off the
RRQ on that
here
pistol.
Split.
He was so low too, but just the confidence to play around that map right in the middle of the site.
Free gun, by the way.
Was a little dicey. RQ was so quick to re-clear ramps that the post plant was going to feel a little bit unstable for GENG. They trade blows back and forth, and it looks like maybe they'll be able to stabilize. And eventually, it's Lakia.
The Lakia
calm.
Valorant.
Just
The right click is
That's a
strong.
bold move from Lakia.
It is all hell. Plenty of celebrations there from the players. Is GENG going for a little bit more of an investment than they typically do? And Lakia is just continuing right where he left off in the previous round. Finding those shots. Playing off the tracers from Crazy Guy. Gets a punish through the smoke. And is now over halfway towards having an Armageddon online.
Yeah, that's going to be a fast ult. He's able to continue racking up a
Gobsy,
couple of kills
are
alongside
you
the plan.
a Counter-Strike guy by chance?
Texture at the same time, seems like he's maybe just gonna look to try
I
to
feel like
find
all
a
the
hit.
Counter-Strike guys
Some
hate
interest on this side of the map, but
hate all the RNG
do
fun
have this
stuff in this game.
Lurk over from Munyet. Working his way
I'm just
into
gonna
position.
assume that you're a
There it is.
Counter-Strike guy.
Texture now striking, able to find Xfero. Push into the corner. Jemkin gonna be taken down. Texture grabs the orb, makes his exit before.
Why do you
Cushy
hate
tries to
fun,
spring the trap.
Gobsy? Why do you hate
Yeah, so
fun?
Cushy had to stick around, but now he'll have to bail. It's going to be too late, and the best you're hoping for is you can go down to the spike. Lakia won't allow you to, though.
This is kill, Cushy.
Yeah.
Fought the reinforcements.
Yeah, all you
Not gonna be
fucking
able to find the
CS heads
transfer,
make
but
it
still
so
now has
obvious
the ult
just how
online
much you
going
hate
into the
fun.
bonus. As Texture wrapping around, getting an angle in towards stairs, but Cushy just going to be backing away, swinging around over towards Al.
Okay, clean anti-eco from GENG.
He just... Her strat name in Korean,
Oh,
so we'll see what it is.
Wait, what was the strat name?
I don't know if Genji's going to be happy about that one. They use both sides. Genji.
들어봐. 오태식이 갈 건데 요런 TP로 가는 생각.
Double salvos use both sides.
Ooh, he's calling the Yoru teleport strat.
들어봐. 오태식이 갈 건데 요.
And
Let me
two
see.
quick pushes from Genji.
들어봐. 오태식이 갈 건데 요런 TP로 가는 생각.
Double
Okay, I don't understand enough Korean to understand what he's saying. Something about Yoru teleport.
salvos use both
Oreba. What is Oreba? Not sure.
sides. He just I don't know if Genji's gonna be happy about that one. They just called out their entire strat name in Korean,
oh.
so we'll see what it is.
Okay.
I assume it's just gonna be Yoru teleport to backsite with Waylay second layer or something like that.
They've got little code names, and Gonna be a 5-man stack on the B side.
Ah, okay, nice. So we get to see. So the strat is Teo ult here, leaving a tiny gap for Yoru to teleport into. The timing is going to be perfect. So this is all going to get cleared. The teleport's going to land here. He's going to have full access to backside. This is nice.
There's the Armageddon. Crazy guy forced to just TP away. Jemkin, however, out onto the Raptors. Looking to try to intercept. Drops down. Does eat a good amount of damage from that pulse, though.
Gets value from the teleport.
Caught up in the chaos. Texture able to find the elimination there. TP to backside. 2 players now in that position. Karin able to find Cushy. Jemkin finding 1, but Ash finds 2. And Zinx gets
nice
the
strat.
It presumably had to have been.
Now we know.
Plan Saga says that's the call. That's the strat. Well, it works out. You gotta feel great when you're.
Was I getting lessons when I stayed in South Korea? Yeah, I was paying for myself to get tutored. I'm still trying to study it just because I kind of fell in love with the language a little bit from the lessons. It's like I've tried to learn several other languages, and I've tried to learn German and Spanish, and I've studied a little bit of French, and none of those languages has like really caught me. But after getting tutored in Korean a little bit, I really kind of like this, I can read Korean pretty easily at this point. I don't know what any of the words mean, so my vocabulary is like non-existent. But for whatever reason, like I kind of can speak with a pretty good accent, and just how the language works makes sense in my brain. So I'm still trying to like actively learn Korean.
Hear what Zinx had said, but it sounded like he said, "Buck you, man." that's my headcanon now.
Yeah, the alphabet is very easy to learn.
Pressure out, seemingly from Monyet in towards Ramen.
I was studying Japanese for a long time. I guess not that long, but I was like casually trying to learn Japanese. And dude, just the fact that you have to learn 3 different scripts is just such an off-putting fact about the language. Like to function in society, Japan uses 3 different scripts, like in their newspapers, in their writing. Why do they have 3 different scripts? It's so complicated.
For Cushy, and that's going to be maybe some false information handed over to RRQ, who continue this 3-player stack around B and mid.
Yeah, and GENG would have barely heard the end of that Prowler, so they should feel pretty good about going to the site.
As the stealth drone starts flying now. So it's giving some information. As C's just going to be waited out. Practice there, doesn't need to be taken though. Saturate to try to check out back screen, but no one home from RRQ as they now try to get clustered for a retake. Texture. Oh, clears the Prowler, quick peek.
I think I kind of get it, honestly. I kind of get what GENG's doing.
Well, trying to get the track.
Oh!
My goodness!
Holy shit!
No-scope headshot.
They're just getting. They're getting person diffed right now.
Skirting around him. Of the range where that would be. The shotgun just dodged around him. That split, you have your work cut out for you.
Site and like to put take, so it is pacing.
Spanish is harder than English, to be honest. I wish everyone talked Esperanto, so I don't have to learn any other language. You know some Chinese? That's a doozy? Yeah, for sure.
It looks like they want to do exactly that with the operator, except for the fact that GENG's all stacked on this side.
Who's
Early
next?
bite. Front at the ready. The dimensional drift's going to be checking in towards ramp. I'm not sure if Texture's noticed really anything other than the fade here. Dash forward, quick little pump with the short, get some damage. Texture at the same time, diving into the back of the site. He's able to find Cushy.
It's a good distraction from Zinx. Draws the attention of everybody as Texture's about to hop out of the ultimate.
Karan reading it well, but still not going to be fast enough. Xpharaoh gets there a bit quicker than he anticipated. Has managed to find that kill. Now into a 3v4, but unless you're going to get some peaks here for Jemkin to be able to
I'm not going to lie.
You're going to be in a bad spot.
I am really liking what GENG's
Go
cooking on this map.
Draws out the classic, cuts down Texture, who's maybe having a little bit too much fun, and suddenly Jemkin finds himself in a 1v1.
Super trolling.
Clone leading the charge. Jemkin at the same time cuts his way across in through elbow, but he's right into Lakia's.
I kind of like what GENG's cooking on this map. I think that the Waylay Yoru is very strong. And I think instead of trying to play it with a more sort of mid-roundy, like default style initiator, just play it with the fucking Tejo. This guy's a demon when it comes to executing. So if you're going to execute with double duelist, just fucking execute. You still have a drone if you need to re-clear something. But this guy is way better at hitting sites and way better at post plant than this one. So I kind of feel like this comp makes way more sense, even just with one agent difference. I think this is sick as fuck, actually.
Like you're just saying, I thought that one of them was a clone in one of the early parts of the round. But either way, now calming things down, GENG with a default across the map.
Vlakia is able to find it again here in this round. He's going to be averaging an Armageddon every 3 rounds played.
That's insane.
9 and 2 at the moment. It's just been having a whale of a time as Texture, again with the Outlaw, finds the first, looks for the second. Can't get the transition, but Lakia's there to go ahead and pick up the pieces. And now he's just one away, so a death, the plan to kill.
I mean,
seems like he's going to maintain the average.
9 points. 9 points to achieve that, and he's racking it up. I don't think that was the intention with Tejo.
No, definitely not. I mean, he's playing Tejo like people were playing Release Gecko with Fracture in the map.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, but the real question is, can they get another W here? Better weaponry, better numbers, but Monyet has picked up that Outlaw that was dropped.
Crazy guy, just with a stinger to try to hold the site. And this is information getting gathered at the moment by RRQ, but is still in a deficit. He's still down in weaponry.
30 seconds left. Slowing them down.
Monyet likely needed to cut
Okay,
over.
nice
Heaven to
Viper
try to get a
wall.
position here, but already Crazy
Good
guy
hit.
has been felled, and now you've got
GENG
this
looks
back
good on
angle.
this
Watch
map,
the
not
Karan.
gonna lie.
Ooh, pulls away from the angle, but double checks.
Their double hits on A were nice. Their B execs look nice.
It's actually going to be Xfero working his way over towards
They
Heaven.
look pretty good.
Yeah, with this much time passing, GENG should be fairly
Thinks the chance that
around right now. It's locked out of
here.
Okay, of course. When Jemkin is losing, he buys the operator.
Go of this.
So they should definitely be expecting the op, and they should definitely just be hitting a site.
Yeah, just with a Phantom and see very deep disconnect.
If you're playing against RRQ
looks like this is just going to be
and
a
you're
reverse
ahead
like they did the last time.
on
But
attack,
RRQ can't be confident yet because they haven't cleared the
Jemkin will try to
garage.
rush the
They're just
operator.
waiting
So as soon as
patiently
he
with the
buys
operator on
this,
that
you
side.
should just be instantly hitting one of the sites.
A little bit of a bait smoke as well over towards mid, but now Stealth Drone going forward. TP immediately going to be used
There
over
we go.
towards
Good
elbow.
game plan by
Well
GENG.
matched. And it's going to be Ash.
Oh, Crazy
on
Guy
the
is
side.
so
Crazy
fucked.
Guy.
Oh my god.
Narrow margins.
Wow. Good fill by Texture to take the
Look at
space.
explosion. He's just gotten away from. Nightfall through though. It was too shallow. It didn't hit Texture.
No.
Salvo's there, but so is the dimensional drift. So now they've scattered him out. So has to make his exit.
I mean,
Jumps
this
back
is
over
nice. It
towards
makes them
main.
use a bunch of utility to clear the
Seeing
space.
one. Exits out.
Very good
swinging hand.
saturate. Nice coverage
Just
by
holds
Ash,
the
though.
angle. So he's flat on the wall. Takes him down with a headshot. Now looks
The
at his
Teo
price
util
board,
is
but
good
Crazy
for
Guy,
brawling
a
on
big body.
site,
2 quick kills
but-
gonna be Texture, however, trying to answer
Ooh.
back, finds one, but does end up getting slowed, and now it's down to Karan.
Caron. Caron.
The hold on the defuse,
He's too good.
and Karan just swings out to
Who's this
Crazy
Zinx
Guy's
guy?
demise.
He was a DRX Academy
Yeah, but
player
Piano
last
slip
year,
away. Side of
from what I understand. And what did he play for DRX Academy? He was a Sentinel player for DRX Academy.
this map on split. You're starting on defense, and you're just letting it all slip away. You got one hero stinger on Xfero, but that's going to be about it. Otherwise, just an assortment of pistols.
Money, it's in deep. I mean, it's good early information for RRQ. It's just a matter of what can you do with it. How do you react to this?
You send the Yoru back for sure. And I don't mind Monyet not continuing to stay that far forward. I mean, at this point, it's going to take a long time for the rotate anyway. If they were to come back to A.
Sure can find one. It's going to be the dimensional drift, and fairly certain they will commit it just to not give up a thrifty.
Yeah, I mean, you never know. He might have just been playing the Sentinel for them because that was the only spot that was available.
Clear Clear of that.
Maybe he's a
Well,
duelist player. I mean,
Zinx
most
on
of
the
these
entry, get
pros
back.
start off their
The
career as a
saturated, Texture
duelist.
goes teleporting forward, but the gate crash does
So
contain
a lot of
him.
them
Jim
have
gets out to safety,
duelists
but that also
in
places
their
him back
DNA.
across the opposite side of the map. Swing out, Texture, the shot, connecting. Cushy, though!
Holy fuck, Cushy.
He's just collided, got it a follow-up, and now Texture has to try to clutch this one out. Spot on the one. The ball damage on Shipkin. What is happening in this round? The push shot.
What?
Gets an ace with the shot.
What is this round, dude?
That's how
What
they
the
get on
fuck
board.
did I just watch?
I mean, I can't believe what just happened on either side of this map.
What was that
Insanity.
round, bro?
Insanity across the board. Yeah, let's watch it back.
Oh
Okay,
my
wow.
God. The C's just
Yeah, the
chunks all
collat
of their
on the
HP.
Decade
Yeah,
players.
It's good utility usage.
That was ridiculous.
Guys, remember when you guys
Wow.
Absolutely
That was ridiculous.
incredible. Prowler confirming presence there, but Jemkin sitting on the bite. Can't hold the angle. Trying to find the timing shot.
Yeah, watching people take fall damage and die in this game is so funny for some reason.
Considering sending out that convergent path.
It just
but
looks really
dimensional
awkward and
drift to
weird.
Try to spot somebody, so they do want to use it. They can at least make sure that they're getting a catch, but no one home here on the B side.
Yeah,
Okay,
now what I was
honestly,
going to say
Texture
about
pretty
the previous
conservative
round
with his
was how
ult usage.
well aware
He just
Karan
like
was about
clears
the
space for the
play.
team and then
Now
comes
we're
out in
gonna
a
see
safe
GENG
spot.
just
Don't
not
mind
let
it at
go of
all.
the pedal.
Crazy guy able to TP
Ooh,
back
they
around
saw
the
his shoulder.
corner. Still,
Yep.
however, saturated.
that
Now
shit.
the Nightfall is going to be going
Okay,
through.
he falls
connecting
out.
Only on
They
the
leave
Lakia now.
Lakia.
He sends out the stun.
Yep.
Caught by the saturate. Should be caught by the up. Yeah, Jimkin will be able to get one through the shoulder blade.
No time though, I
43.
think.
Ash spotted Karan covering from the box.
Yep,
is
no
able
time.
To
Genji 8 to 1.
But otherwise,
Timeout.
time call.
So,
Like Lakia, you don't have. There's less time for the IGLs
yeah,
to prepare round to round.
I'd be curious if he just genuinely has everything down to code names.
Probably. I do remember the old new turn players talking about that with Solo. As Zinx continues to shine as well, really coming into his own across this entire BO3.
Ooh, that was close.
Be looking at the baseballification of Valorant calling. Trying to tell your catcher what kind of spin you're going to put on it.
Yeah, there you
Jemkin, the fine one, cannot get the second though. Lakia,
Yeah, needed that second one.
he is just
Good
hitting
trade.
different today.
Wow.
Lakia 14 and 5. Okay.
We've got a new Teo in town.
And look, they slowed him up,
Spike planted.
but it's still just barely over 3-round average per ult.
Last player standing.
Well,
We'll come
solo
down to
swing,
1v1
not
though.
that good.
Swing in.
But
and
Lakia can't lose a duel
is
right
just
now.
dialed in.
Jeez. Spent his
Can't
time
lose
off
a duel
well, it
right
seems
now.
Like. Glad to see, of course, for those who don't know.
This was a nice
little
like
bit of physical.
With texture.
little misdirection play by Zinx. All right, they're just gonna. I assume. Okay, what do they have? They're gonna contact B with Texture's op, and then they're gonna get ready to burst A if he makes contact on B.
Once again, on to the eco we go here for RRQ. Texture getting close. Outlaw continuing to just deliver for him. Crazy guy. Batted aside. And that keeps extra interest on this side of the map. As Prowler goes out, it gets
Okay, then this
confirmation
group
that
is
the
5.
ult
They
just
don't
being
really
down
care
on
whether there's
alert.
3 or 4 people here. They're just gonna hit as a
Telling
group.
you that it's the lion's share, but as the salvos
Makes
start
sense.
flying, RRQ do start understanding.
Yeah, so they'll have chosen
Good
the
anti-eco
right
protocol
shift.
from Gen
That's
G.
going for it. Xpero has to go crazy with the Guardian.
The dash up over the top. Things having the dodge out
Binks
on the
has no
saturate, but
recall,
Kushik
so
does
they just
manage
have to
find
trade him
one.
out.
Can he do it again? No.
Yeah.
He's looking for that second kill, but Karan manages to spray it down. Now it's just going to be the slow rotate. What should
All right, 10 to 1.
I'm
I'm not gonna lie. I have to give these fucking Korean teams credit for how they build their teams. I really think that somehow Munchkin to T1 and Gen G rebuilding around this double duelist potential just makes so much sense.
Teo has
like,
on the
like-
attacking side.
both of these teams have done a good job.
Now,
Genji's gonna need some time, and obviously losing Munchkin is a problem
so many
as far as like their
variations.
calling,
Gen G
but
can't even really blame RRQ.
I feel like with the personnel that GENG has, playing like this makes a lot more sense.
Gives the all clear. Nailing out the red carpet, the dash into the back of the site. Spike now brought forward to be planted. Hit as well, going to be invested. Karan finally finding a use for this one. I feel like it's got to be a feature at this point.
At this point, they got to be keeping it in.
Ooh, well, crazy guy. Just gets run down.
Yeah, I mean, they're just getting 11 to 1. Surely, right? Pit goes down. Maybe not.
Guided there by Jemkin, but as he exits, he is dead. Cushy now gone. 2v2 with Lockett. Still at back.
Oh, the whiff.
It's a little bit higher. And Mania.
The whiffs. I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon.
That's texture as well.
Who's GENG's IGL? Lakia.
Kills for texture as well. I mean, we've been impressed by Lakia, but he's still top of the board.
He's also alone on this side of the map. Flash coming through, but does manage to slide away fast enough to get out the safety. Texture at the same time. She's up into that poison orb, but now is going to be rotating out. So potential angle of a flank to come through here, depending on the wrap here from X-Pharaoh. But RRQ, I mean, they might not even need it. Yep.
Okay. RRQ dominating the pistol.
All long range.
Still a pretty decent investment. Lakia continues to want to just go ahead and grab these orbs. Gets it. Just goes ahead and slides back into the B site. Bit of a repeat from the pistol.
10-2, but it's split. True. It's also very interesting because, like, it used to be, okay, if you get 3 rounds on attack, you're good. But now that everybody's playing double duelist, it's like the exact opposite. Which is kind of cool. I think it makes split a cool map because, like, if everybody's playing defensive-sided comps, then it's really hard to play attack on this map. But if everybody's playing attack-sided comps, then it's really hard to play defense on this map. I think that's probably a good... That's probably an indicator of it being a good map overall. Is that it tends to kind of swing whichever direction the comps are tailored towards and the game plan is tailored towards.
Here as RRQ finds this very much free for the taking.
So eventually still works out, and RRQ probably going to be happy with the fact that they took the chance to be thorough, because otherwise you would have maybe fallen into a panic once you heard a gunshot.
Given how far back they're playing, it looks like GENG are more than happy to just go down to the spike.
Yes, it does appear that way. No need to give them extra ultimates. And I like this idea from GENG, considering the fact that you only need 3 more rounds. If you can maximize the rounds that you're getting ults in, it's going to give you a better chance.
How much hunting do they want to do? Moniette and X-Pharaoh, pretty good candidates for it.
I mean, they should.
Both in the ults they have, but also the weapons they're currently holding on to.
They're pretty far away. They need to cover a lot of ground to die to the spike.
Continuing, they know that they have to be getting closer and closer. So we go to the corner. We'll be able to find the one. Now X-Pharaoh.
Are they going to be able to die to the spike?
Karan able to collect 2 kills. Zinx, you got to get in there.
Okay. I was a little worried they were going to get held out.
Considering half armor impact.
They all do have the money for the full armor, so maybe he thought that they would just buy up to that. Given that he was just tearing them apart with the Outlaw.
In all honesty, it's a smart move from RRQ, just trying to build up extra bank on this long run back.
Gate crash about to expire. Texture just trying to go for some pre-fire!
Oh my god.
He's gonna get a collapse. Spots out of third. 19-9-2 now. Zinx here.
High skill game.
But heaven.
High skill game, everybody.
Some reinforcements from Karan. One goes out. Clear coming through. Karan able to find one. Gets the second.
Down A.
And that is going to be a bonus conversion.
It starts with the over on heaven as well.
Lots of work for RRQ to do to come back into this one. Interesting triple stack here. Saturate into a double peak with maybe missiles on top.
Here, so 3 players moving forward.
Interesting wall from GENG as well.
No one there to receive it. Swing out onto the Raptor, and Moniette able to find one as Ash does get taken down.
4-person stack B. Karan left alone on A with a funky wall. No mid control either.
Oh my goodness.
Here it's theirs. Finding the one, but don't get anything else off the back of that.
I mean, if you're RRQ, you definitely don't expect there to be 2 more people here.
Cannot find that elimination. Moniette challenging it a little bit deeper, but really just plays for Cushy to come in on the opposite side.
But they don't think about Zinx.
Yeah, there's no way they expect 4 people.
get hindered.
Why would there ever be
Fall
4 people
damage
here on a
the
gun
drop
round?
down. Spike now stranded towards backside.
The wraparound from Zinx.
One enemy remaining.
It's clean. Clears
Damn
out all
clean.
3
I mean,
on the site.
Then immediately evacuates.
Crazy.
Waiting to try to play off
30 seconds
information.
left.
I'm impressed by Zinx. His mechanics look really good.
Down now to Xfero.
He looks like a shooter. I'm happy to see him play a lot more duelist.
So damn clutch this year.
What did they have him on the first map?
Goes pushing him forward. And Zinx is
They had him on
there,
Viper,
ready
right? Yeah, he
for
was
it.
a little bit
Gets
awkward on
himself the
Viper,
fourth.
but
Duelist that
put him on
again, as maybe
duelist,
it's
bro.
Just enough staggered holds coming into the site, but during all of that, the fact
Put him on duelist and teach Ash to play Viper, and their Haven becomes way better, I think.
In the rear. 8 in a row is what it would take. With the quick entry, Zinx's going to be marked, but the hinder is there. Refract, however, comes in. Can't fully turn from the flash and doesn't really have a solid escape route. Does get punished. Solid kill here for Jemkin.
That's funny, Demukel.
On the other side of the box. Now, keeping it quiet. Gonna try to scale forward.
No,
finds
GENG wins this one 2-1.
there on the stealth drone and avoids the stun as well.
As you can probably guess from the scoreline at this point.
Yeah, so you draw out a little bit of that extra information that GENG could use to scout out the map. That is going to force Ash to have to now take an aggressive position because you have less util to use on A
Yeah,
site.
no
Information
drone.
elsewhere, what?
See that one back.
Oh boy.
However, lingering
Well,
here in mid is expecting that
Caron,
second layer,
Caron.
and he gets
How does he
steady
win
on
that?
the spray.
How does he win that duel? He's jumping up.
Yeah, you got to suspect that someone's in the smoke, but there isn't, but you can't be sure. You're lower on numbers. You're running out of time. RRQ, you do not have a choice.
Somebody's got to make a play.
On the swap of the smoke.
You've got your 2 most passive
The
players.
shot they have is peeking out together, both getting their designated
Both
kills.
of them trying to bait each other in the smoke.
Off of it. He knows to play for time.
15 seconds.
Who's going to step up and be a
Send
man?
out the haunt, far too shallow to try to get the reveal, and now you've got multiple players
Oh,
stacked up
Cushy
on
tries
the
to do
angle.
it.
Spike is
Xfero's
stranded.
baiting him.
Xfero is dead. And this-
Oh my god.
Choice.
What a terrible, like, obviously there's no way they're winning this round, but it's so funny when you just have 2 baiting players bait each other. Like, bro, somebody has to just be like, yo, follow me out of this fucking smoke.
Positions off of it.
And instead they just take
Far too
2
shallow, trying to
individual
get the reveal, and now you've
plays.
got multiple players stacked up.
I mean, I've seen
On the
this
angle,
a
the
lot.
spike is stranded.
I've seen this a
Xfero is
lot.
dead, and this
It's always
series
funny when it
is
happens.
Over. A rough start into damn cleanliness here from GENG.
Okay. I gotta go get some new contact lenses here pretty soon. I'm gonna quickly show you guys a couple of veto things that I've been thinking about, and you guys need to let me know if I'm cooking or if they're not good. Am I cooking with veto or am I burning with veto? Does every APAC team in Tier 1 have 1 player that's a baiter? I mean, I think it's pretty normal to have some baiters on your team. It's not always a bad thing either. Like, that's one thing that's important to remember is, like, baiting is not always a bad thing. But if you're going to bait, you got to make sure that you have people that are willing to go in. Which is honestly one of the things why I think this GENG roster might actually work. Is that Texture goes in, but he's also not just like a full-on send it type of player, and so maybe having Zinx just go in for Texture is going to make Texture a lot better. Texture was fucking 19-6 in this series, just absolutely farming. Okay, can I now give my final verdict on Zinx and the roles of GENG? Yeah, so basically what I think is that I feel like my guess, this is pure speculation, my guess is that Texture wanted to play somebody, okay, maybe not Texture, but my guess is that somebody wanted to play some double dualisty stuff. I assume Munchkin didn't want to play that way, and Texture did. Or, again, maybe it's not Munchkin and Texture, but like, there was definitely a split in ideology. They chose to go with the more sort of like aggro style. They wanted to play some double duelist stuff. They let go of Munchkin. Lockie's always been a bit of like a wild card, doesn't mind playing crazy. They give Texture a secondary duelist to fight with him, and then they just kind of need to figure out how to use Ashe, I think, because I think Ashe looks very uncomfortable on smokes. And I would say that probably what they should do is put Karen on smokes and put Ashe on Sentinel after watching the series. But Karen was also pretty good on Sentinel. So either they need to really coach Ashe on smokes, or they need to coach him on Sentinel. That's sort of my general verdict. Okay, so here's just some general ideas. So let's just go to Corrode, for example. Corrode. I do see what you mean, Zoom Tactical. Yeah, I thought the way that they played Split was really good.
Here they come, rushing in to die for their planet again.
Okay.
All I can do is make it quick for them.
So my general take on veto stuff, like for defense, is you can do a couple of things with his teleport. I think the teams that are trying to play him as Chamber are not playing him correctly. I think, like, let's say you're going to anchor on A. Actually, let's just start with the trip. So most people are just putting the trip, like, cool. I think that's terrible. I think your trip, so if you ping this, that's 7 meters. So that will zap the ground if you can land it there. So find a lineup. They'll land this here. It'll never get broken. It'll hook them in place as they come through the door. It's like impossible to deal with, basically. You have to come out and get zapped, essentially. So putting it on top of stuff instead of on the ground is really good. With the teleports, I think you either want to have sort of like a kind of like a safe to aggressive play teleport. So you can like come out here, you know, take this, take an early fight, teleport, reposition. I think that's a fine way to play him. And then maybe your second teleport, you set up pre-round to do like a fast rotation. So you've got one teleport that you can play aggressively with. Right?
I need some healing.
Come out here. Take the space, teleport back. Teleport over here. Come take your fight in middle. I don't really understand playing an agent to make them imitate another one, lol. If you want to play chamber subs, just play chamber. Yeah, I mean, that's true. But you definitely want to take, like, sort of, what's the word that I'm looking for? You want to sort of, like, make comparisons to what agents can do. I think that's, like, the easiest way to understand how agents work. So, like, this guy's teleports are not chamber teleports. This is not a chamber teleport. You can do a couple chamber-esque things, like you can take kind of an aggressive fight, right? And then you can get to safety. Obviously, this is not like a good example of that. You probably want to put it in there. And then you can come out, take your initial play, fall back behind the wall, and reposition. But you're not chamber. So, like, you can't just, like, be out here in the open with no fallback, take a shot, and as they come to trade you, turn away from them and teleport. Like, that's not the correct way to use this ability. It's more of an Omen teleport with extended range. That's the way that you should think about this teleport. This teleport is Omen's teleport with extended range, and it can go through walls. So, with that in mind, how would you use an Omen teleport? Well, honestly, you're probably going to use it sort of like as almost like a secondary option. I think, in my opinion, I think veto is supposed to be with the pack as you execute so that you can counter utility as you come through, or maybe play post-plant with utility. And I think that with your teleport, a lot of the time, you're literally just going to throw it through a smoke, try and scale, and then maybe scale in with your duelist. And, like, kind of pseudo-dive a little bit. Or, you know, take some extra space like an Omen. So you get the site, you're like, I need heaven control. Okay, just take heaven control, right? I kind of think that's how you want to be using his teleports instead of trying to play him like a chamber. But yeah, other stuff like, obviously, if you can get your final lineup, I mean, that works. Like, shit like this is going to be really broken because how the fuck do you break this, right? You can't break this. You have to run in and, like, turn and shoot. Otherwise, you just get seized. So stuff like that's going to be really good. And then on defense, again, I think your options are kind of to, like, have one chamber style play with a fallback, or to do like a chained rotation. So let's put one there, and let's put one there, maybe as an example. You come out, you're playing here, take a fight, double reposition. Now you're on a new angle. You can do it like that. I think you can also be like, place one, maybe not here. Put one in heaven, let's say, like here. And then you come start of round, maybe you have one like this that you placed pre-round, and then you can come out here, you can fight for middle, you can fall back here, take another fight, get over to heaven. It just kind of gives you different options. Or you can do stuff like the abyss chain that I showed. I think in this case, you're probably going to have to do what? I don't know if you're probably not going to have time to do this. So this might not be the best map to showcase this on, but maybe a teleport here, and then you come play middle. Start of round, throw this here. Take a fight. Teleport out. Take a fight. Quick rotate to A. Type of shit. But then pretty much anywhere, like if you're looking for good trips, you basically want it always off the ground. I'm pretty sure you can get it stuck in here also. Yeah. Like stuff like this is going to be really good because it's going to be hard to break. Right? You don't want them to be able to shock this. You don't want them to be able to see it until they're popping it. So basically anywhere that you can put it on top of things is going to be strong. Obviously coming in here and just getting it like on top of this. Hello? Like there is going to be really busted. Honestly, put a lineup like this. There's definitely a lineup for Viper Orb. I had a Viper Orb lineup actually. Like off of this to there. What is it? Yeah, something like that. Anyway. And then based off of like once they trigger this coming up here, then you like Teo blow them up or something like that. Stuff like that I think is going to be really strong. And then obviously sort of one of the memes that I think you're going to be able to maybe do sometimes with Veto is like perfectly line your teleport up with where you're going to sit with the judge. Like this. So that's even too low. You're going to want to put this like on top of this. So you don't even have to aim down. And then you're going to sit and just instantly teleport off your first shot. I think that's something that some people will maybe try to do as well. That's basically like the only way to actually use his teleport, like a chamber teleport. Maybe you can even do it like this. take one shot, teleport, and then maybe you have like a second anchor somewhere here. But yeah, that's sort of my general thoughts on veto right now. Anyway, I'm gonna take off, guys. Thank you guys for watching Soup with me. I'll probably be back tomorrow with more. We'll see. It's been fun so far. I kind of want to see T1 play against Fnatic, but yeah, appreciate you guys.